Yes, Chungus. Chungus indeed. Wow, you just waiting there for the premiere of episode 20? That's funny. I usually just kind of run a generic background until I start. See what happens when you point at a me with a Wii remote. Other people can comment on posts that you make. I never actually read any of these. All right. I've never really had a viewer this early, or at all. So that kind of changes my plan up a little bit. Nevertheless, welcome to Retro Request Party episode 20. I am Bobby Gaines, otherwise known as Chaos Blur. You can also find me on YouTube at Bobby Productions. Mall Tour 2020, of course, is our big thing going right now. But today, also celebrating a very big moment, it is Retro Request Party, and today is the 20th episode. So I started this tradition back in November of last year. Actually, scratch that, it might have been October, but nevertheless, I'm being told to turn up the volume on the mic. That does not seem like a smart idea, but I'll do it. Alrighty then. I don't know how much more of me you need to hear. It could just be because of all the terrestrial noises we are hearing, but that is because today, much like any of the special episodes, we are focusing on one console in particular. And in case you haven't guessed it, yes, it is the Wii U from Nintendo. Honestly, one of my favorite consoles of all time. Yes, I'm being serious. I'm in a business meeting, but yeah, I'm still gonna try to listen. Well, you're gonna hear something. I don't know what you're gonna hear, but you're gonna hear something. So this is weird, not weird, but good that we have a viewer so early in the show. And 20 episodes of Retro Request Party have seen us play everything from the Super Nintendo, Game Boy, like regular Game Boy Advance, all that good stuff. You have Earthbound. I don't have Earthbound on the Wii U, but more on that later. What I do have are some really great games, and we're going to get to those in just a bit as I'm switching around right now. But yeah, how's your day going? Gonna have some fun today. When are we going to throw the frizzball? Well, first of all, it's a frisbee that we're just cleverly using as a frizzball. And I have no idea when. I've actually got a few such devices. I've got one that lights up and plays music, so we can listen to all your great Wii U background music, ironically. And yeah, after that, we just need Toby May, and we need that crazy kid who keeps taking our frizzball and running away with it and telling his friends. Heyo. Speaking of Toby May Park, the blockbusted remake has been taking forever to finish because I apparently could not edit video in 2010, so I've had to fix a lot of issues with that. But that's another story, and that's what's great about these episodes is that I just kind of talk about random topics in between all the games and all the fun that I have planned for today. And of course, I might go off script as I did last episode, and as I have several episodes, because as I mentioned, this is the 20th episode celebration. And as I'm talking right now, I'm actually going right here onto the tablet to change games. One of the cool things about the Wii U, of course, is that you have the two screens. You could have different things on each screen. And I don't know. I just think the Wii U is an extremely underrated console. We're going to play some of the best games that it has, or at least some of my favorite games. You guys know, as you guys know, I have quite an affinity for pinball. So, to nobody's surprise, I'm going to go ahead and jump right in with some Zen Pinball 2. And you may be asking, where's the request aspect of that? Well, that comes in the fact that I have many pinball tables to choose from, and I'm going to play at least, obviously, I'm going to play at least one of these, maybe two or three, depending on how long they take. I don't want to spend too long on this, but got some really great games. Marble Madness might be better, but it's not pinball. So right now we just have the one viewer. Got a lot of different Marvel themed tables. I got Iron Man, Wolverine, Spider-Man, the Infinity Gauntlet. All these are really cool. Do I have Scuffed? Why do I even read these and take these seriously? No, I do not have Scuffed Benny unlocked. I actually don't even have all the maps here. A lot of these South Park ones and other weird ones have to be purchased. And granted, I have a pretty good selection of pinball tables, so yeah, these are all really fun. I've played a little bit of each of them. Some of them are pretty tough. Some of them, I'm just kind of good at from having played them a while. And believe it or not, this is one of my most played Wii U games. I don't know what the record is on it, but I've played quite a few hours of this game, but it's been a long time. So again, I'm just going to kind of scroll through the choices here. And in case you can't see them, you can hear them as they actually say the names. And of course, what I like about video game pinball is you got your gimmicks that you wouldn't have on a normal pinball table. And unlike the Simpsons pinball table, there's no angry guy to push me away after I kind of push him away. Playing it at the Mohegan Sun Convention. I'm just going to go ahead and keep swinging around here. Some pun intended there, because that was just Spider-Man. I'm actually not even sure what that is. Some of these are a little weird. Some of them are oddly specific. There's one that's even... Actually, there's two that are related to Marvel movies, Civil War and Age of Ultron. You don't say. Venom. But they're all really fun. I really like the ball physics. I love Zen Pinball to begin with. I guess maybe this is the part of the stream where I'll take a break, because I'm not getting too many retro requests at the moment here. I'm just glad my view counter works again and actually shows me who's on here. You should play Beat Saber. You're the second person to say that. I actually have Beat Saber on PSVR, but I have no idea how I would stream that with... I mean, I guess I could stream the screen, but then I'm not going to be able to see what's going on. But I'm also terrible at that game. A few times I've tried it. I don't have enough room in this room, in case you couldn't tell. I clearly don't have enough room in this room to go with the Beat Sabers. I've got no room. I usually end up hitting this lamp that's off screen here, but I digress. So, like I said, I'm ready to play some pinball. Don't know which one. And, I don't want to spend too long on it. But, yeah, play at least one or two of these tables to get things kicked off. As you know, I usually have about 5 rounds of retro request action divided up into different themes or sections. Every now and then I go off script depending on what people see or like. But like I said, today is an episode not just to celebrate 20 episodes of retro request, but also to celebrate the Nintendo Wii U, a console that I think does not get enough credit. And it is kind of retro, having released about 8 years ago, 2012. So this was a console that, I mean, for me, the short time that it really was, I wouldn't even say big because it was never really popular, but for 2013 to 2017, this console really kind of was amazing. 5 rounds, round eye. What's up, Strap? We got somebody here. Maybe you can give me more suggestions than Toaster Cartridge here, who has so far suggested things that aren't even on the menu. So yeah, we're kicking things off with some pinball here, which I'm playing on my Wii U tablet. If I wanted to, I could turn the TV off and literally just play off this, but I am playing on the TV as well because, well, why not? And these are some really cool pinball tables based on some popular Marvel characters like the Avengers, Venom, Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't know why I said that with a Scottish accent. Deadpool, Doctor Strange. Toaster wanted me to turn my mic up. I feel like I'm almost too loud right now, but whatever. No, nobody tells me these things, so I'm glad somebody gave me some input for once. Captain America. I'm just going to keep going through these until somebody picks one of the damn things. Age of Ultron. Well, that was not expected. But you were the only one who's picked anything, so here we go. Chungans. All right. Well, once again, Strap, you're the only one that picked anything. So far the eyes have it. Let's see if I have to switch the screen mode here. I know that there's a way to, I usually play this on my tablet. X-Men. Well, too late now. I mean, there is an X-Men one. Tell you what, we'll do X-Men after Ultron. I don't know if it's X-Men or Wolverine. Either one, I have something to do with the X-Men. The Wolverine one's actually pretty good. They're all pretty good. This one's a little tough. I guess we don't last too long on this one. Hold on. See, look at that. I've already got to set this up so you can see it on the screen. Yeah, you would. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out how to get this on the big screen so you guys can see it. There we go. Oh, that's cool. All right, so there we go. Now we got the pinball table on view.
Suit up. We have work to do.
We can't be everywhere at once, but with this technology, we can end conflicts before they even start.
Careful!
That's it. Get out of here. I don't need you meddling in the
Thor's might is on your side. Avengers, assemble!
I'll be honest with you, a lot of times I don't even know what's going on. I just know on this table in particular, you can spell the Avengers' names and it activates these different little mini-games.
Thor will soon depart. You are on your own. You have to do better than that. Thor's might is on your side.
Hulktron, now on Disney. I know Tron, I don't know if that's a real movie. I know that obviously Hulk and Tron are both Disney-owned properties. I don't think Hulk and Tron ever teamed up, and if they did, that'd be, well, quite the flick.
Stand ready. The god of thunder favors you. Keep it up. You're almost there. Thor will soon depart.
Oh, I see.
You are
Trying to
on
remember
your
some of
own.
the nuances of this table. Pretty nuanced if you can't tell. Oh. I mean, I don't know. He wasn't really born so much as forged. He had a tough birth, to say the least.
Avengers, assemble!
Something's happening. Ah, that's a death.
You have to do better than that.
I'll rub it in.
Let's rock.
Pull yourself together. We can't afford mistakes.
They're not nuanced. Ah, no, well played. I like that. Strap's got a little linguistic pun for everything.
I'm needed
Gotta
elsewhere.
appreciate that attention
Watch
to
your back.
detail. He's a word artist. Paints with words. Microsoft words. So we got Toaster reporting live from, I don't know, a business meeting or something. We got Strap, who I can guess is probably chilling at home, watching Retro Request Party, the momentous 20th episode. Both of you have watched a few episodes of this. Linguini with clams. So I'm sure you both have some fond memories of the Retro Request parties, whether it was the early episodes or the more recent ones. He's stuck here till 5. I might still be going at 5 because these usually run about 2.5 hours. This might go a little bit longer. That's kind of why I don't usually stream newer games, is because it's harder to play them in short spurts. But, you know, the Wii U, I'm going to give a shot here. That was pretty demoralizing. See Black Widow's just chilling there, getting the ball ready.
Let's rock.
Pull yourself
Never.
together. We can't
Okay,
afford
fine.
mistakes.
Is that supposed to be Widow's voice? That was a terrible Widow voice.
I'm needed elsewhere. Watch your back. Avengers, assemble!
Oh,
Taking off.
too soon.
Multipliers increased.
Keep it
Keeping
up.
it up.
You're almost there.
I'm not your
Oh,
enemy.
you got a couple balls in here right now.
Thor's might is on your side. Not this time. I'm needed elsewhere. Watch your back.
Sounds like a cop-out to me. Oh, did something. Alright. Anyone follow that? I sure as hell didn't. I don't know if maybe... I've never gotten all the Avengers on the table at the same time. Maybe once that happens, Ultron appears. I think I've gotten like 4 is the most I've gotten, because it gets really hard to keep up with all this.
Thor will soon depart. You are on your own.
Well, good riddance, Thor.
Available in the tower.
Step out of it, Bruce. You're better
Well,
than
maybe.
this.
Did you really? Oh, I appreciate that. This is definitely must-see TV. Ah, as I lose the ball.
Everything will
No,
be
it won't.
all
Fake
right.
Widow. So who's from that Avengers game? I think it's coming out in September from Square Enix. It should be a good experience. Don't know when or if I'm picking that one up, but you never know.
Don't give up.
Oh, that was just bad. I really thought I had that. Oh, I got another ball?
We're not finished
Alright,
yet.
I got another ball. For some reason, I thought you only got 3 balls on this table, but the Ultron took mercy on my
Pull
pitiful
yourself
soul.
together. We can't afford mistakes like this.
Well, Strap, I hope it was worth the missed walk, or not the missed walk, but the change schedule. PS4 with, oh, that's right, and I do have a PS4, so that's probably the version I'll get. That's so weird, though, like, don't you need Spider-Man for the story? Like, how did they just take him out of the other versions? I mean, I guess I shouldn't be surprised with the popularity of the PlayStation Spider-Man game.
Hurry up. You have to do better than
Never.
that.
Well, maybe, I don't know. Should be a good game. Probably one of those I won't pick up until, like, later, like, down the road, but I've got a lot of stuff to play as it is. A lot of games on the docket, both new and old. And Crash Bandicoot 4, coming out October 2nd. I'm going to be getting that as soon as I can. Streaming it, of course. Oh, shoot. Okay, that's not good.
Nothing lasts
Neither
forever.
does this game. Yep, that's the game there. So that's not my high score, but one of them. It's an inclusion, or it takes place of a natural break in the story. Oh, for their sakes, I hope so. It's like every other version's like, hey, where's Spider-Man? This is 20 minutes of the game just blanked out. Alright.
I'm gonna show you.
No, you'll show me nothing. We're gonna go to the main menu, and I wasn't sure how many games I was gonna play of this, so we're gonna go ahead and see. I know I have Wolverine. I don't know if I have just straight X-Men. But if not, I will definitely do Wolverine.
Doctor Strange.
Civil War, Fantastic Four, Captain America,
Yeah, it looks like there is an X-Men table, but I haven't unlocked it. So we're gonna go ahead and
Wolverine.
play Wolverine, which is a pretty fun table. Save it. Bab. I do remember Bab. Bab and the Boston Celtics. You have lost to every team you played. Yeah, this might be my last table, and then we'll switch to the next game on the list, because I got some fun stuff I want to get to. This is a fun one, if I remember correctly. It's kind of a small table, but
Or is it what I do? Or what I do best?
yeah,
Isn't very nice.
let's do it up. You know, I try to keep these episodes about as consistent as I can in terms of length. I try not to go over like 30, 40 minutes a game. Sometimes that just happens. You know, that way I try to make them about 2.5 hours long or so. 5 games, you figure half an hour a game maybe. You know, and if there's one that we really like, I can stick with it. And sometimes there's one we don't like, and it just kind of fizzles out after 10 minutes. So it's a system. It's kind of why I like this, is that I don't know what's going to happen. I still have to say episode 17 is probably my favorite so far of the Retro Request parties. You would think the Dreamcast episode would be, but that was kind of a dull episode. Didn't have a lot of viewers, only played a couple games, and The Super Nintendo Mini was just such a smash hit. So many games were played. Spent a good amount of time trying to beat the Aladdin game on Super Nintendo and just some other stuff. So that one to me was kind of like the best case scenario. We had a lot of viewers, people chiming in, voting, fun. Got some jabs in on Irv, so it was really just a fun time all around. And I'm hoping this will be as well, and I'm hoping future episodes will be, because I still have ideas. I got a lot of ideas, a lot of consoles I haven't even looked at really. And of course, the Retron 5 is still kind of the star of the show, but for today, it's the Wii U. So I'm going to talk about some of my favorite Wii U memories. You guys can do the same if you'd so like. I know Toaster Cartridge has his own special origin story involving the Wii U as I lose my first ball of the game. Okay then. So that's one ball down. Also don't want to rush this too much because I do genuinely enjoy these, especially when we get more people on the channel. Get a few people, big audience growing here. Oh, there's Sabretooth. I don't know, me flicking the flippers doesn't really do a whole hell of a lot. That does something, but hell if I remember. Ooh, alright. Don't know what that just did. Spider-Man just made a tripwire. So don't worry, we're not going to play too much pinball today. This is just kind of the warm-up. Kind of wasn't expecting there to be a viewer like literally 10 seconds into the stream, which is good. I purposely build in a little bit of lead-in time, not expecting there to be a big crowd. Not that, I guess 2 is a big crowd for me. You know what they say, 1's company, 2's a crowd.
You cannot defeat the true samurai.
Good. It is good, thank you. You ever get enough pinball? There have been so many pinball oh geez, Sabretooth's attacking Wolverine. That took off. Ah, shoot. Ah, I hate when I activate the special mode and then I lose it. There's a big bonus for that. 4 is a full car. Yeah, in my world it is. 4 is a mall tour to Emerald Square Mall this Sunday. That's what 4 is. I'm hoping to get my friend from work to come, who you actually know, Strap. Or you may know of him. His name is Brian. He's expressed some interest in particularly this mall. He says it's a nice mall. He's a pretty chill guy. I choose you. All right. We got there's a Simpsons fan here. It looked like a train. It said I choose you. Okay, Ralph. Little dweeb. I just love the one where they're playing Duck, Duck, Goose, and it's like Ralph's just running around saying duck, 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 and then Bart's like, say goose, you idiot. He is an alternate. Okay, so yeah, you know where I'm going with that. You know Brian, the man, the alt man. Brian, if you're somehow lurking and watching this, you know, we are talking about you. Kind of doubt you are. Oh, damn it. Different Brian, though, not the guitarist Brian. Although maybe he can play guitar. I have no idea. Oh, is that really it? Oh, I'm usually better at that table. Alright, well, that didn't take very long, so I guess I will do one more table. Why not? Yeah, we'll do one more Zen pinball table. Getting our inner Zen back. Oh, I gotta stop doing that. So.
Wolverine.
Hell of yes, we know. We'll do one more. We got Venom. We got Guardians of the Galaxy. Deadpool. Well, you guys can read.
Civil War.
Let's keep it civil.
Fantastic Four.
Iron Man.
Blade.
Iron Man.
Wolverine.
Spider-Man.
Infinity Gauntlet. Fear.
And yes, these are all Marvel themes. There are other tables. I don't know why I never got them. Probably I just didn't feel like spending the money for what's already a pretty good selection. Like, there's stuff on these tables I haven't even discovered yet. They're actually pretty good tables for that. So once again, last call for Zen Pinball. You guys are welcome to vote. There's only 2 of you, but if there's a tie, I can break the tie. That's the beautiful thing about when you make your own voting show. You have the power to break the tie. Yes. Break a tie shall.
Wolverine.
Wolverine.
Spider-Man.
Wait, we just did that one.
Infinity Gauntlet.
Of course, I always forget there's like a, 30-second to a minute lag, so I'm like, why isn't anybody responding to what I'm saying? It's like, because they haven't heard it yet. You idiot. You're stuck in a time warp. I'm not Thai, I'm Vietnamese. Okay, so he heard that. He's on that comment already. Any chance Strap gets to make some kind of weird Asian joke, he gets it in there, I gotta say.
Fantastic Four.
If nobody picks one, I'm gonna pick one. But I would obviously like to see this. Gauntlet, Adam to Arlock. Alright, so we got 1 vote for Infinity Gauntlet.
Infinity Gauntlet.
Toaster, if you have a counter, or if you want to see Infinity Gauntlet, either way. Looks like we're heading in that direction. In fact, I think that's Adam Warlock on the box art there. So tentatively, we're looking at the Infinity Gauntlet. Toaster cartridge might have another say in it.
Spider-Man.
Infinity Gauntlet.
Going once.
Infinity Gauntlet.
Going twice. Sold. Infinity Gauntlet. This is a fun table. I would tell you why, but I'll probably just show you why. But it's a fun table. They're all fun tables because of the reason I mentioned before. They use the fantasy aspect of whatever. Yeah, Toaster is burnt. Toaster's at work. I'm actually surprised he's even watching this. So, thank you, StrapFax, hosting me with 1 viewer. That is 1 more viewer than I usually have, so I will take the hosting wherever I can get it. Actually, I have another friend of mine who occasionally hosts, but we'll see what happens there.
There is nothing I need.
I'm in a meeting low.
I am Thanos.
Alright, so there's Thanos.
Thanos is supreme. Supreme.
Alright, fine, focus. Do your fancy schmancy focus. He kind of does, yeah. But yeah, this is a pretty cool table.
The mistress of death sees how there are more people alive today than have ever died as a cosmic imbalance. Thanos molds the universe to her liking.
And for people like Irv, yes, this does follow the comic a lot more strongly. This is also a very hard table. I've never beaten this. You have to get, obviously, all the Infinity Stones to even fight Thanos. The meeting's almost over. Until the next meeting.
No idea what I'm capable of. Away from me, you clowns.
Never. And no, this is not Josh Brolin as Thanos. I think Toaster's gonna like the next category, but we'll see. Some fun games coming up.
Don't you dare destroy the monument of my
Well, I'm destroying it. Uh-oh, here we go. So this is where it gets weird. Well, weirder. See, I kind of agree, kind of don't, and I just got distracted by that, reading that, and I missed the ball, but the reason I like digital is because of stuff like what almost happened, but then I lost the ball, is that you can do this impossible stuff, like the Infinity Stones actually can impact the ball physics. And this still follows regular pinball physics in that the ball is very heavy. It's not like some pinball games where it's a little floaty and acts more like a video game than a pinball table. This does feel like a pinball table. Except when it comes to the Infinity Stone, little power-ups and weird stuff that we might see during it. Which is really what I want to see.
death should be revered. Shrines should be built to her.
Ah, shoot.
Death is
See, death is with him now.
second of the
You know, you had to jinx me, Strap, saying I'm keeping the balls on the table. Well, maybe not. Wait, is that it? I was gonna say, it sounded like the end of the game. I want to get some Infinity Stones here so we can see some of the weird ball effects.
more to your liking, my love.
Heyo. It's a little too much TMI there.
Longer put off confronting Thanos.
Little TMI, John. Strap. Facts.
What will it take to win her heart? I am creating every piece of this monument for her. My adoration for death was the only mortal trait worth bringing with me to this lofty.
I do kind of wonder where Lady Death was in all of this Marvel stuff.
My heart felt esteem, Mistress Death. I give thee all that is.
I don't know what I just did there. Trying to get the view back that I like. I like when the camera view is kind of like focused a little more. Oh god, no, that's disorienting.
Ready yourself now.
Okay, here we go. So the ball's glowing orange, so that means something weird's about to happen. That doesn't. That's the view I wanted.
Yes, this monument will match with her beauty.
Thanos, unhand my comrade.
I actually don't remember what the orange Infinity Stone is. I'm sure somebody can point that out for me. Ah, see how it slows down? Oh, that's weird. Okay. It must be the time stone, because sometimes it goes at the speed you expect, and sometimes it slows down. See that? Oh, this is going to be annoying. You're thinking of the Defenders, we're the Avengers, please? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, there. Oh, Jesus. I don't know what I'm aiming for. I'm just trying to keep the ball out of here. I don't care what you allow, Thanos. Yeah, that's right, I'm talking back to the game. Game ain't talking to me. Oh, I'm attacking your shrine. Boy. Is that the Silver Surfer? Not necessarily. Although it does seem like I lost the orange one. Jeez, this gets pretty aggressive for a children's pinball game. This might be rated teen, I don't know. Either way, I don't mind the taste. Yeah.
From these thrones, we shall decide the fate of a million solar systems and all that inhabit them.
Yeah, so this is a deceptively deep spiritual journey we're going on here. I guess. Ah, it's Thanos.
Away from me, you clowns.
Never.
Do that again.
I will. I will. I won't. Alright, never mind.
Time to call in the reserves.
Is he really? The same voice actor? I did not know that. Alright, well, that's the end of that one. Oh, is that my all-time high score on that? I mean, I don't really play this one very often. Alright.
There is nothing I need worry on.
So, that is going to do it for that. We're going to go ahead right now and get back to everybody's favorite part of the Retro Request Party, which of course is the requesting and the voting. So, it wouldn't be a Nintendo console, of course, without Mario games. So, this next category is, you guessed it, Mario games. Mario games that were either on the Wii U or, believe it or not, on the Wii, because I can play Wii games on here. So we got New Super Mario Bros. U, Super Mario 3D World, which was a Wii U exclusive, at least for now, and of course Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. 3 of these 4 games are some of my favorite games of all time, and the other one is, well, New Super Mario Bros. U. But they're all on the table. Some of them are on the bed. I've been watching, now it's 580. Technically I'm broadcasting at 720, but whatever. So yeah, go ahead, and it looks like we have 3 viewers, hypothetically. I only see 2 really in the room, but whoever's here right now has the pick of the litter here for the Mario vote-off. You may notice that I have slightly new graphics. I'm going to continue to work on that in future editions. I want Chaos Blur to eventually kind of evolve a little bit as I build my viewer base, which you know, it's just going up like crazy. But yeah, so this is round 2 of Retro Request Party, episode 20, Mario games on the Wii U, even though 2 of them are on the Wii. We got, all right, he wants Super Mario Brothers U. We got 1 more vote, potentially, maybe even 2 more votes. If not, I've got the game disc right here ready to go because we're going old school here. We got discs, should I need them. And if we do play that game, I will probably pull out the Pro Controller, which is one of my favorite controllers, actually. So we got 1 vote for Super Mario Brothers U. We got Toaster Cartridge and maybe a mysterious 3rd voter who can come in and supplant this idea. I will give that a little bit of time. But in the meantime, yeah, I know I just said time like 3 times in that sentence, no, 4 times. Although I don't know if times counts as a form of time. Whatever, I don't know. Enjoy the menu screen or whatever. All right, so we got 1 vote for Super Mario Brothers U. No votes for anything else to this point. But I am a patient person, and I'm willing to see what the rest of the community thinks as I pack things up a little bit here. Shall we? Shall we tour? Shall we get retroactive? How about a Bro controller? Where's it? Sure. I do enjoy How I Met Your Mother. You're all right, Strap. You make the references that keep things strapping along. I know Toaster's in a meeting, and if he misses out on this vote, he's going to come back to see, well, New Super Mario Bros. U, which would be quite the sight to see, I'm sure. And just so that you guys can tell that I'm serious, I got the game disc right here. Ooh, we got to vote for Galaxy. We got to vote for Galaxy. Oh boy. So, we got to vote for Mario Galaxy. We got a vote for, yes, Mario Galaxy 1. And we got a vote for New Super Mario Brothers U. If there is a 3rd voter, which, you know, Twitch tells me there is, but that doesn't really mean a whole heck of a lot. If there is a 3rd voter, well, they could have a big impact right here, right now, on this vote. But if not, well, then you're counting on me to break the tie. And I'm willing to do so. So, yeah. Coming in here, Galaxy 1. Let's see what I can do with about that. But yeah, Gallon, obviously, you guys already figured it out once you saw the Wiimote appear. Yeah, sorry. Galaxy, Super Mario Galaxy is, believe it or not, one of my favorite games of all time. I know, I'm a Sonic fan, but even I can't deny how just amazing this game was the first time I played it. Of course, on the original Wii. And back in 2007, this was like my jam. So right now, as I get ready for the game that is kind of confusing me right now because I have no display on my TV. Wii software cannot. I don't want to play it on the Wii U gamepad. I just want to get this back on my damn TV. Well, this is kind of funny. Hold on 1 second. That's super weird. See, I've actually never tried to stream the Wii U Wii games through here before, so I wasn't sure how that was going to work. Now we know. But I'm sure there's a way to get this to play, because I've obviously played this on the big screen before. For some reason, I'm getting it on the tablet only. Alright, let's try this again. Point the Wii remote at the TV to use the Wii menu. Oh, I see. Yeah, I'm using the Wii. Look at this. Freaking 2006 stuff. Toaster broke. Only temporarily. Let me see. So I think my sensor bar is like in a really weird spot here. Yeah, and I think my laptop is blocking it. So I'll just really quickly here. Oh, this might be a pain in the butt. I know how to do it though. I need to go to TV only. It's weird because that's what I. Oh, wait a minute, just had it. I can't believe this gimmick didn't catch on. Really, I can't just like use the buttons. Why do I have buttons on a controller? Well, this is fun. And we lost our third viewer, who may or may not have even existed. Yeah, I'm trying here. Hold on a second, because I know I have this hooked up. Maybe that's why. Let's try it now. Yeah, because I've done this before. Yeah, this should be interesting. Super Mario Galaxy, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it for getting the game to work. Really great game. Really great not loading screen. Hold on. There we go. He or she probably did. Nah, because I think it changes the resolution. Alrighty. Question is, should I start a new game or apparently I only have one game to pick from. So should I start a new game or should I start the game I have? Yeah, I'm trying. Let me back up. So at this point, I'm just going to play whatever one I can point at. So this one I got 44 stars, and then I could start a new game. So that seems to work. What do you guys think? New game, old game, no game, new game. All right, I'll do new game. So I do really like the start of this game. So this is working, but I'm like standing like a few feet back, so I might not be able to read all the comments. Yeah, so we'll start a little bit of this, maybe play 20 or 30 minutes of it. I do love this game. Just too bad the second game pretty much recycles the same story. But the second game is also really good, I think.
Dear Mario, I'll be waiting
Well, she even has to read the letter to me.
on the night of the Star Festival. There's something I'd like to
I
get
bet there is.
from.
Heyo. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna have to stand to get this to the cursor to get all the little star pieces here. That's why I'm kind of glad we're not playing one of the later levels. As far as games that use the Wii functions pretty well, this was probably at the top of the list. Using this little star thing to pick up the bits and stuff. There's some gimmicks that really use it well. Some others that don't, but Toaster cartridges probably play this game quite a bit, so they understand. This is probably maybe my favorite Mario game ever. I think it's better than Odyssey, which I know is a controversial take. And I think, well, I don't know. I like Galaxy 2, but I prefer this one. But I actually would take either one of them over Odyssey, believe it or not. And I liked Odyssey a lot. But yeah, you know a game is good when they have to tell you to leave GameStop because you're playing it too long, which is exactly what happened with this game back in 2007. They had like the full demo, not the full, they had the full game on the Wii, and I must have played like, I don't know how long. I was just playing the game one level after the other. I couldn't stop, and they were finally like, yeah, you gotta leave the store. I'm like, yeah, that's how I know it's a good game. Last time that happened was literally Sonic Adventure in '99, so. Anybody speak Bowser? Huh. Actually, I have not heard that, but I'm not surprised. It's not impossible. It's not out of the realm. I liked how this game like really kind of innovated the old Mario formula with some technology type stuff, obviously the space theme and all. I don't know why I can't use my spin attack. Oh, I don't think I get that till later. Yeah, I can't spin. And as usual, the toads are freaking useless. Yeah, I'm coming. Just try not getting trapped for once. I will say the Mario Odyssey spin move that they added when you do the jump and roll into a ball is a pretty cool move. Would have been nice to have in this kind of scenario. Forgot this intro is actually kind of a long intro, so a lot of this might just be us watching the intro. This was a great game. I can't believe they didn't make a Galaxy 3. Maybe they will at one point, but they should make a Galaxy 3 and then like release a Galaxy trilogy on Switch. That would be awesome. I don't know. Mario Odyssey was good. I think it's good for what it is. Like, I think it stands alone as a really good game, but like, I don't know. Like, Galaxy, I'm like craving more. YOLO. Just gonna steal this castle now. Castlevania. Castle Kleptomania. Put that back, we need that. I mean, I could skip any of these cutscenes. I'm just kind of going along with the flow right now. Yeah, Peach as usual, doing her thing. Ooh, Kamek. Oh, that's gonna leave a mark. Oh, yeah, Mario. See, this was like really epic the first time, and then like Mario Galaxy 2 is kind of a similar premise, and it's just not the same. But this game, you could tell, like from the beginning, that this was not your average Mario adventure. Oh. Yeah. I gotta chase this stupid bunny around now. Yeah, Mario controls so well here. Oh, I thought I could catch him. Oh, that's a little deceiving. Alright, fine. Gee, I wonder where they're hiding. It's really screwing me up that I don't have my spin jump yet. Whoa, okay. Gonna go chill in this crater for a bit. Yes, this was a Wii game. I don't think I went through this one. Oh, got the bunny out. He just keeps on going and going. Yes, we know it's a Wii game. You caught me. If only I'd hidden in the pipe. You mean the one that's like right over here? Why don't I investigate that? Well, hopefully we're not going to be needing the star bits too much, because I cannot point at the screen to save my life. This one seems a bit slower. I say that as he speeds up. Get back here. Yes, I know it's a Wii game. Don't worry about that part of it. Come back here. I just want to touch you. I should have hidden in the grass. This whole thing is grass. But I digress. Thank you very much for tuning in today. We got a great show for you. Oh, gee, you don't say. You're over here now. And yes, I know if I could actually get the Wiimote to function, I could shoot the star bits at him to slow him down. Looks like I don't need that. This game is discombobulating. Oh, wait till you get really into it. That's what I love about it, though, is just all the different gravities and spherical thingies. But yeah, like I said, this is a little bit... I really do. In fact, we might be seeing that. Mario totally Joe Biden that... Oh, too soon. But true. I might end up skipping some of this. I forgot how long this goes on for. The Wii Fit? Nah, I actually don't. Never got into that thing. Closest I got is the Wii Fit Fighter from Smash Brothers. Power pad for men. Ooh. Alright, now I can spin. Hopefully that'll work, even without the being pointed at the screen. Oh, that's not too weird. Alrighty then. There we go. There is something satisfying about doing that. And this. Alright, so now we get into some of the platforming stuff. We get our first taste of the really awesome orchestral music. And like I said, I just love the way that this makes use of, like, you know, classic Mario assets, but in a new way. You can even call that an extra life. That was an additional Mario. So I really love these environments. Of course, this one's pretty easy because it's basically the first level. So yeah, this is a 13-year-old game. It's hard to believe. Still plays like, I mean, this game is aged incredibly well. Like, it still feels pretty new to me. Like, the graphics aren't like that far off from like Odyssey and whatnot, which is a couple generations later. Feels it does, but it's got, you know, the enhanced graphics, and it's just, I don't know, it's a lot of fun. And before you ask, I do like this game better than Mario 64. I don't know, I just love the environments. There was always a sense the first time I played this game of like what's coming next. Like, you know, I just never knew what the next environment was going to be, even if it was like a desert level. It's like, oh, we played a ton of desert levels, but have we played one that's flipped upside down and has all these weird things? It's funny you mention that, but I digress. Get me out of here! One of these enemies should have the key. Unfortunately, we're probably not going to get too far into this game unless you want me to open the other save file that has more of the creative levels, because these are kind of just basic levels. Still fun levels, but they're your kind of basic warm-ups. Transform! This is a good start. If I ever decide to stream this game like in its entirety, I could, you know, use this as part 1 or whatever. Yeah, there's some really cool boss ideas and just different things that they do in this game that they actually expound on that in Galaxy 2, and it's a really great formula. I'm glad they came up with, and I'm glad they stuck with, actually. Somehow I'm able to take out that giant thing just by doing that. There you go. Let's see how far I can get in this. See, I prefer to jump on their heads and get the coin. I know you can spin them just as easily. Oh, jeez, I kind of just did that out of self-defense. But like I said, the control scheme here isn't that disorienting where, like, I can't play the game, which is unfortunately an issue with a lot of Wii games, and even some Wii U games where the wonky controls kind of hinder you from enjoying the game like you would on a regular controller. Where the hell is that thing? Gotta go the other way. This can be a little disorienting, I'll admit, especially when you haven't played it in a while. Funny thing is when you do little jumps like that and you kind of are bound to the planet's gravity. You also do some cool things with using the Wiimote to kind of flick and make platforms appear and disappear. So, I mean, they do use the hardware really well here. I have to give them credit for that. And it's not like a hindrance. It actually adds to the fun. I was born disoriented. Well, if you really want, I can do some of the other levels that really test that. But right now, I'm trying to kind of light up all these different little switches. Turn off the... Yeah, I know. Chill. Chill, fam. Oh, don't chill. There must be more on the wall or something. Mario time. Play Star Fun. No. Not even in the GameCube episode, which I've done already. But I don't even own the game. I'll play freaking, what do you call it? Star Fox Salt or whatever it was for GameCube, which is actually an okay game. It's got some good moments. Mainly the first couple levels, and then it gets kind of weird. I like how they just recycled the noise from Mario Sunshine for the stars. Grand, dramatic music. Thundering throughout. Woohoo! Yeah. Alright, so it's up to you guys. If I keep going on this file, maybe I go into my other file and pick some more interesting levels, or what? I mean, maybe. Here's something. So if you want me to keep going from here, I can. It's just the selection of levels is pretty limited right now. I also think this triggers another freaking cutscene. That's almost everything in this game does. I did like how Super Mario 3D World had a few galaxy-type levels in them. Go ahead, advance. You mean like, actually go to my other file and check out some of the other levels, because that could be fun. Alright, screw it. That's what I'm going to do as soon as I can get this stupidity to end. I can't pause out of this. I can do that. But I'll wait for this bitch to stop talking. I already know the story. Nobody's paying attention to me.
Look.
Basically just a glorified hub world. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, why not? We're having so much fun here. Until we can't use the stupid pointy thingy. Come on. Come on. You know I can't just hit the freaking buttons on here. Fucking glorified laser pointer. This is me right now. I'm angry. Come on. Oh, I had it. 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 Oh, the rage is real right now. Oh, don't ask me again. I ain't in the mood. Alright. Let's check out... I want to show off maybe Flip Switch Galaxy, some of the junk galaxies. 2 Marios. Alright, so now you're going to see I've unlocked a bit more of the observatory and stuff. But I'm just kind of doing this to... I'm probably going to lose too, because I'm out of practice, and some of these levels are kind of tough. I was not a huge fan of this hub world. That's one thing I liked better about the second game, is that you could just go from level to level. Having to remember what level's in what, and like, you know, go to these different galaxies, and I'm gonna have to drag Mario into the freaking thing now. Oh, that's gonna be a freaking adventure in itself. Come on. I'd like to show off some of the fun levels here. Almost gotta hold this like sideways. Alright, let's see what we got here. Space Junk, that's a fun one. Bowser's... Oh, that's a fun-ass level. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do just a few levels from this galaxy. I don't even need more than that. So let's see what we got. I mean, there's plenty. I could show off this game for hours, but I'll do 3 levels. I'll do 1 level from here. Do I have to do... I don't want to do a speedy comment. I just want to do one of the main levels. God damn, I gotta do it. Because this ends up like, no, oh god, no, no, no. We're not doing the pull freaking star run with that. Not with my controller foobarred like this. So that kind of annoys me. Alright, let's do Battle Rock. I hate how it forces me to do the freaking optional mission. Normally I would, but I got no control over this thing right now. So let's see. Battle Rock Barrage, breaking... Oh, that's a fun level. Let's do breaking into the Battle Rock. Let me do some levels where I don't have to freaking play aerobics with a freaking remote control. Excuse my German. So yeah, this is the fun stuff here.
Yes.
So. Crap, 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 crap. Okay. Oh, jeez, I just threw it back at myself. Trying to think of the best path to get around there. Oh, here we go. Not really doing anything too fancy here. I'm just trying to get through the level. But, I mean, there's a lot to explore in these levels. Ah, we're down to one viewer. There's not as much to explore as I thought, huh? Alright, here we are on this weird little DNA thingy. What do you call this? Tetrahedron. It's a tetrahedron. Once again, so you can tell every level has kind of a gimmick. This one's going to be using the bombs to our advantage. Shortcut. Well, whatever. See if this might help, might not. If I can get this thing to track right, I can snag. Oh no no no! Oh, this sucks. Okay, we're gonna try it anyway. These are the pole stars I was talking about. Oh, this might be a bad idea. I can't use the. Yep, that's why this is a bad idea. Great idea if you got good tracking. No, no, no. Oh, I saw the way out. I saw the way out. Oh, grab him. Got it. I don't even know. I don't know at this point if I'm taking the regular route or if I'm... Okay, it looks like I'm still in the level. I wanted to do the space jump galaxy, but apparently I have to do the stupid speed run. Can't just, like, do it. Seriously. Crap, 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 crap. I completely forgot his moveset. I should have a double, triple, whatever. There we go. That's really all that did, huh? Can't really do a whole hell of a lot of these with my limited, whatever you want to call it, remote ability. Ooh, that thing. I feel like I'm in a Metroid game now. Come on. Go, 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 go! Oh, I think I have to spin them. Alright, so I gotta aim, right? I gotta aim them. Son of a bitch. Now what? Shoot, I missed. Alright, well now I guess I just kind of go back and forth trying to hit. Damn it. Okay, this is going to be a little tricky. Always love that part. I'm just flying out of there with the explosions and everything. So we still got a little bit more of this level to go. In fact, I think there's another pull star section, whatever. Alright, see if we can grab this bomb. Okay, that thing's gonna explode mad quick. But I guess I need it. Bomb. Oops, I don't even know what hit me there. A little aftershock, I guess. Oh, okay, so I gotta aim it. Oh, this is tricky, because if I miss this, I'm pretty sure I die. And I have missed this. Crap. Oh, okay, I really thought I overshot that. Alright, see, I haven't missed any comments during that entire segment. But thank you guys for tuning in so far. Having some fun. I'll do one more level from Galaxy before we get to the next part. You should watch Pop Team Epic. Alright, well, I got one comment. It just wasn't related to anything. Save my game. Yeah, why not? Always a good idea to save your game, kids. Take it from me, Chaos Blur. It's what I do. That way, after you rage quit, you'll have your progress. Let's do a Bowser level. That's what the kids came here to see. This does ranch right up there. Yeah, so far, not a bad little episode. Kind of business as usual. So there's only one level. I really got to pick one level. The Fiery Stronghold of Bowser. It really does ranch right up there. Like I said, this might be my favorite Mario game of all time. If it's not, it's pretty close. I love that they brought back the classic Mario 64 Bowser theme for this. This is great. I've not played this level in a long time. Yeah, I love the perspective in this game. I love the different gimmicks, the way they're used. Some of them are familiar, some of them are twists on the old formula. Stuff like that. That still hurts. It's not new. So now we're going to have a little gravity fun, shifting to the 2D perspective for just a bit. Not able to use my controller very well, apparently. This is kind of a screwed up, what do you call it, nunchuck thingy. Well, then you've come to the wrong stream, my friend. Because even though I am mainly a Sonic fan, I got no problem with some little Mario action. I kind of had a feeling that was going to happen. Damn it. I was trying not to do that. I have a fear of that happening. Man, what you going to do? Okay, at least I'm not all the way at the beginning. See, the deceiving part here is I want to get, you know, here before the friggin' Thwomp hits me, but then fire blasters come on. Oop, okay, whoa, okay, that was almost bad. So, this actually is not a very long level at all. Yep, there we go. There's the big guy. I missed my chance to really get that, so just gonna try it without it. Here we go. And keep in mind, this is only the first Bowser fight. Like, this is how epic this is. That's a good word for this game. Epic, or iconic, as Strap likes to say. Funny, Bowser's, you know, not one with many words, but he gets the point across. He will squish you. See if I remember what I'm supposed to do here. Yep. So I like that you actually just kind of hit Bowser, like you really, like, you get to really smack him around a little bit in this. It's not like some Mario games where, you know, okay, you like throw him into the chandelier or something and he gets hurt. Like, you actually get to, like, punch him in the face. Of course, he gets to take a shot or two at you. But out of all the Bowser battles, like, this one really had an epic feel to it. Just kind of paying attention to where he is. It's the key, obviously. Now he gets a little bit more aggressive, as he usually does. Does his little bouncy dance. Whoa, God, okay. That's the Bowser we know and love, shooting the fireball. See, the thing is, the spherical thing, dodging the fireballs isn't good enough because they might end up wrapping around to hit you again. Got him. So long. A word, let me say that, but not an actual Mario quote. I mean, alright. Very good toaster cartridge as usual, adding your whatever. Your certain charm to the stream here. Alright. With that, we beat Bowser for the first time in Mario Galaxy. That is how you do that. And in doing so, you collect a grand star. It's the first time you do it, it won't be an invisible one. It'll be an actual gold filled in one, as you know. Yeah. But now these are really, I like these Bowser fights a lot better than the ones in Odyssey. A lot more intensity there. But again, I digress. Alright, so while I kind of stall for time here for the next round of Retro Request 20. Save for time, or save for time. I'm thinking about saving time, but no. Save your game. Yeah, why not? I keep getting up every time I want to do this. But I don't know. The reason I'm doing this is because when I switch back to Wii U mode, it's going to cause my signal to go out briefly, during which I'll just have to talk over it. I'll do a talk over as we do in our business. Hey, oh. Alright. Hope everybody's having fun here. Honoring the Wii U and technically the Wii with that last selection. So, of course, coming up next is the third category of the party. I said, if this will ever work, hold on one secundo. And I'm starting to see why nobody liked the Wii. I really am starting to see that. Don't know why it says return to the Wii menu, but that's not where I'm going. Anyway, and there you go. Kudos for finding a use for the nunchuck again. I like to play Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 once in a while. Fun little game for me to revisit. But getting back to the Wii U now, and theme number 3 of the party, and this should really come as no surprise, but we're going to be looking at some Sonic games that appeared on the Wii or Wii U. Sonic Lost World, which Toaster Cartridge made a reference to, Sonic Colors, which was a great game for the Nintendo Wii, and Sonic Racing All-Stars Transformed, which had a Wii U port. That game's actually been on almost everything. I played the 3DS version, I played a lot of stuff. Princess Sally, the video game, that is not going to be one of the choices, of course, but these are the 3 choices. Sadly, I could not find more Sonic games or type games on the Wii U, but funny thing is, I think Sonic 4 was actually on the Wii, but anyway. Sonic X. Okay, I'm going to ignore every vote the Toaster Cartridge has. I'm going to kind of throw this out to Strap, because we got a 1 in 3 chance of actually getting a game that I've either heard of or want to play while I think about this. Sorry. Okay, yeah, like I said, I don't know. I don't even know why I'm reading them. At a certain point, I got to blame myself. You know, I can't just constantly blame. All right, we got a vote for Colors, which is a very good vote. What else do we have? Want to get on this, Strap? See if I can just find the cartridge real quick. The cartridge. That's how retro I am. I have Sonic Colors on a cartridge. Let's see. So we got 1 vote for Colors. Just realized I'm gonna have to throw this into the Wii menu again, but luckily this game doesn't really use any motion functions. Sargnar the Harp. No, don't get him started. Damn it, Strap. All right. Well, either way, I need to eject the disc. So enjoy the Wii U menu screen for a second, while I leave the choices on screen. Oh, that's right, I didn't actually put a disc in to do that. Although I am going to need to put a disc in depending on what we play. There's the Trolls. Alright, well, nobody's taking this seriously except for Toaster Cartridge for 1 second, so... Sonic Colors, anybody? Alright, Sonic Colors. I'm glad we're all on the same page. Sonic Colors, believe it or not, is one of my favorite Sonic games. For a number of really weird reasons. It's not what you'd expect. Like, you really... To just see the previews of it, you would not think, oh, this is going to be a great game. But it actually is a really good game. I even will say that it is as good as great. Let me find the... whatchamacallit. I got all these peripherals. Or I had all these peripherals. Where the heck did I put them? Here we go. So to play this, and you could actually play this on a GameCube controller on the original Wii. I don't really have a way to do that here, but what I do have is what is called the Wii Classic Controller. For those of you who don't want to use this stupid thing, but you do plug it into this stupid thing. And for this, we will once again have to employ the use of the... what do you call it? There we go. Oh, that's a lot easier. Let's see if I can do this. TV only. Might lose signal for a second, so that's okay. For the most part, I'm just going to play this on what is a basically normal controller. Holy crap, the screen turned purple for a second. I put the game disc in, right? Yeah, I did. That was really weird. The literally just turned purple. I did not have my hopes high for this. All right, I guess we're on. Let's make sure. There we go. Did you get into college with all your extra... I might have. I really might have. Oh, that's right. We actually opened the virtual Wii U. That's right. I actually do have freaking Mario 64 downloaded on this. Mario Kart 64. So this is a really fun game. I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's actually really amazing to me. For all the crap I give Sega, they just kind of put this game out like out of nowhere. This came out in 2010, so it was between Unleashed and Generations, which are more, I don't want to say lauded, but more well-known games. And this game was actually really good. Like it just worked. Like they made a new original game that like basically followed the old games pretty well while introducing some new stuff. The Wisp power-ups are really fun. The levels are really fun. The music's original and cool. Like, everything about this game is what I would like to see from more new Sonic games. Now they could expound on this a little bit. It's a bit of a short game, but I don't know. The tone of the game works. The humor works. The story is what it needs to be. So I'm more than happy to play this game right now. This was my #1 favorite game of Christmas 2010. Anytime I can play a great new Sonic game on Christmas morning, it's a good day for yours truly here. But I digress. I ramble a lot. Feel free to jump in anytime. But yeah, this is a great game. I mean, Sonic Lost World's actually a really good game too. Got that obviously 2013, but this is a better game, I think. I know. I'm gonna try and play a good selection of levels from this. Maybe I do a couple from each world because the levels are pretty short. And actually, when I did my Sonic Generations run through, I did play Planet Wisp, which is one of the levels in this game. The graphics are actually really good here as well. Very simple, like it's just Sonic and Tails and these little alien things versus Robotnik. Like it's not like super crazy. And again, Sega did not promote this game a lot. Like people knew about it, but it's Wii exclusive. This hasn't been ported to anything else. And this is Sonic Colors. Like it's not overloaded with stuff, but what it has is really good. Okay, I think I scared Toaster. So we're just going to go ahead and jump right in. What's really cool is the first time you play this game, it starts you right in level 1. So it's almost like a traditional old Sonic game like that. You just get right into the action. And see, I love right from the bat, this is not like the usual, what do you call it? Like it's not a Green Hill type level. This is how you start the game. Actually, playing this again, the controls are really sharp, I have to say. Now, you got Robotnik in the background with just some hilarious commentary. The double jump for Sonic is really good. Holy crap, this game actually aged better than I thought. I really thought I was going to not like this as much as I did the first time. This actually is, like, better than Unleashed. Heyo. Oop, I did not mean to do that, but whatever. So that's your color power. Didn't really need it there, but whatever. Hold on. Still got to get used to my controls a little bit. Yeah, so you can use the power-ups to like different places and stuff. Now you use the laser off these little diamond things. I'm a little rusty, but that's all right. Alternate pathways in a Sonic game. How about that? Like, they've really actually put some effort into this, unlike Forces. I don't know if it's the best Sonic game, but it's a really good idea. Like, and it works very well. Toaster, I think I gave you this game for Christmas one year, so I'm sure you've played it to some extent. Not a very hard game to beat, but difficulty's good when it needs to be. Actually, the last couple levels are a little difficult. I mean, that was Project Needle Mouse ended up being Sonic 4, which was, I'm not going to crap all over it like most people do, but it was not a great game. I'll say that. And I always like this, like just being able to break the, whatever you call it. Like you can actually break the score. Okay, I'm better at playing this on a, what do you call it, GameCube controller, but. That's a shame. It's a really fun game, especially if you like the old games. It retains a lot of the Genesis charm somehow, even though it's a 3D game. I'll just do a couple more levels from this world. Some of these levels are really short. I mean, that's not really my job. This game is very easy to find now. It's like maybe 15, 20 bucks. But I highly recommend it. You can pretty much only play it on the Wii or the Wii U, though. It was never ported anywhere. I mean, maybe. But then it wouldn't be Sonic Colors. Ah, wasted that. Well, there's a few different ways to get to the end of this level. Yeah, some Wii games have. The only reason this one is worth anything more than what it would usually be worth is because you can only get it on the Wii. But there was technically a DS version of this game, which is a completely different game. It's basically Sonic Rush 3. It uses the same idea as Sonic Rush. It's a good game, but, I mean, this is obviously the main game. But yeah, that's why, although Smash Brothers Brawl did not hold its value that well, but then again, Smash Brothers Brawl. I'll get that extra life there. There we go. Yeah, I like how you can just smash through the stuff, get a little extra rings, kind of a reference to the old games where you could beat up the sign. Like, no other game has really done this gimmick, and I liked it. It was clever. Sega was actually clever. I mean, they're not geniuses, but they were clever with that. So let's go back. Like I said, I'm going to do a little bit from each level. So this is the Sweet Mountain, which I really like. Each level has 6 acts. The first couple are usually the longest, and then there's a couple shorter levels in there that usually focus on a single gimmick. Some of Robotnik's commentary over the PA, which you can't really hear in this, it's really funny. You just have to play the game. It just adds atmosphere. It doesn't really do anything else, but, you know, like, he'll be like, do not lick the rides, that would be disgusting. So yeah, very underrated game, honestly. People don't really bring this one up when you talk about, like, oh, Sonic games aren't that good. Like, well, what about Colors? Like, Colors is a 3D game. It's actually really fun to play. Could be a little longer. I'll give it that. But these are all original levels. These aren't, like, remakes of other levels or whatever. These are actually, like, thought-out levels that use the old enemies. Like, you'll see the Bumblebee robot coming up here. Hey, what's up? I have no idea who you are, but thank you for joining the stream. Thanks for having... I was about to say thanks for having me, but technically I'm having you. Thanks all the same. No, I agree that there are some good 3D Sonic games. In fact, there was another one, Sonic Lost World, that I was thinking of playing on this thing. But regardless, I really love Sonic Colors. Giving everyone a little sample of it right now. There's a laser power-up. Gonna go ahead and make use of that. Oh, shoot, shoot, shoot! Ah, that thing actually worked for once. Ah, shoot, I fell for it again. Freaking Robotnik bumpers. I hate that. You think you're gonna get a bumper, instead it's a Robotnik bumper. Story of my life. Really kind of chintzy Cooktown event here. But yeah, I digress. Oh, wow. Made no effort to avoid that. Alright, this little capsule here, kind of like the animal capsules in the old games, freeing all the little wisps, sending them home free, happily. But I digress. And again, the music was exceptional in this level. And the music style varies from level to level. This is kind of like a little jazz feel. Might do one more level in this world. I don't even remember what's what here. I guess I'll do maybe Act 2. And then we'll do the next few levels. Like I said, this game's very short. I might even do the final boss to close it out for this round here. And by marginal, I mean exorbitant. That's another nice touch, is that they changed the act music a little bit between levels, kind of like the old Sonic games. I would love to see this kind of format return. Maybe a little more polish to it, but I know I say this about like every Sonic game. I'm like, you know, they come up with a good idea and they ditch it. Or they have a bad idea and they stick with it. Either one. Alright, so this lets you see some new power-ups. I can use them, right? Don't know what them about. I don't know. There's certain applications for some of the wisps. Like I said, I haven't played this in a while, so who knows. I like how even the enemies follow the theme. They have like the little cooking wisps in their hands. The other thing is, a lot of times the wisps are completely optional. Like, you can beat a level without using any of them. Or say I want to use the drill here, I can do it to go through a different part of the level. So I don't have to. I can just go straight left to right, but... Or I could just kill myself like that. That's always an option. I could use the Death Wisp. Yeah, Robotnik. Nobody asked Joe. So yeah, welcome to the stream, Adrian. Should be interesting for the next vote if we have 4 people. Alright, so last time I did I think I used the Drill Wisp. Let's maybe not use it this time. See if we can take a different path. I don't know how much of this game that Toaster Cartridge has seen, but there's one level in particular that really reminds me of Sonic Adventure 2, and I really love it. So I mean, I'm going to show off all the levels to some extent. Definitely that level. Wow, I didn't realize I had 76 lives. I didn't realize that was such a bad run. D rank. Oh, C rank. Alright, go me. Yeah, no, Retro Request Party's been a lot of fun. I'd order them. Yeah, oh, please don't. You'd only get half of it. You wouldn't get the bun. You would not get the bun at all. Where is it? Starlight Carnal. I love this level. I love the name of the level. I love the way this might be my favorite level in the game, to be honest, but they're all really good. This is a very Sonic feeling level while still feeling new. I mean, when it comes to Sonic, you know I'm going to analyze the crap out of it. Good or bad, I'm going to give you my take on it. You didn't see anything like this for, what do you call it? Sonic Forces. You didn't really see this kind of creativity, or any creativity, really. I mean, not that this game kind of borrows some elements from Unleashed and other games, but it just does it smarter, and the music and everything is just really good. Yeah, this level's a winner. Those noises almost remind me of Nights into Dreams. I believe there's a new game coming out sometime in 2021 it involves Yuji Naka and Square Enix, and it's not a Nights game, but it reminds me a lot of Nights into Dreams. Can't think of the name of it right now. Okay, so we're gonna get our first look at the Q power-up. Some of these were weird. Toaster Cartridge, you mentioned some Mario references. Obviously, this is supposed to be like a P-switch where you can turn things into blocks and they switch back. So yeah, we see the enemies from Chemical Plant make a little return. This little power-up here I like. This is the spikes. They let you stick to walls and stuff. Oh, I'm freaking trapped in here. I need the spikes to break that. I was gonna say, I should be able to... Yeah, I should be able to move that. Okay, I was gonna say, I'm like freaking stuck in here. Here I am praising this game, and now I'm like stuck in an awkward spot. Come on. Go up. Let me be more careful here when I activate this thingy. Some people joining the party here want to really put on a good showing, if you will. Ah, the motobugs. Always fun to deal with. You want to kind of try to sideswipe them and not get basically hit from behind by them. So kind of a little exercise in obviously reaction time, but also aim, I guess you could say. This level's already longer than most levels in Sonic Forces. Oh, shoot again. I'm hella dead. Let's say I can change the blocks back too, although I wouldn't want to do that when I'm in the middle of jumping between them. This part's a little weird. You jump on these little launchers and they actually launch you like out of the stage, like you're actually off the screen. Kind of neat. Not really. Maybe. Oh, crap. That can actually kill you. Not really sure what this is supposed to do, but there is a way to climb over these the same way I just did. Oh, no, too late. You know what? Screw it. I don't know where I am. Oh, I went way too far. I was gonna say, I did not know there was another round of those. Wow, I'm smart. Yeah, so be careful this time, I tell myself. I'd say it's not a race, but it is a Sonic game, so there's a fair amount of racing involved. Alright. Crap. How do I... Oh, I don't have any boost, that's why. Oh, hold on. Yeah, that lets me kind of cheat above here. Finally, should order me some Wendy's. You know, if they were here, and I don't know who that person is, but if they were here, maybe. Possibly, yeah. Why not? Maybe they can order me some as well. with some of that Sawsome sauce. It's totally Sawsome. YOLO. I have the technology. SpongeBob, wait. We have technology. Alright. That was a little bit clunky in case you didn't notice. I don't want to spend too much of the episode on this game, but like I said, I do want to get a good sampling in here. You really do have the technology. Let's go ahead and do the boss, because I haven't done a boss level yet. And this one's pretty fun. This is a very, like, very Sonic type boss. Charge at the boss, avoid the missiles and whatnot. And yeah. You mean like the ranking? Yeah, it's a little tricky. It's usually a combination of time and score. I notice on the bosses it's usually more time-based. How fast did you beat the boss? I shouldn't have done that, but that like makes the boss go a lot faster doing that. Is Cream that? She's not. I can't tell if that was a serious question or not, but this game is literally just Sonic and Tails. Yeah, I didn't really feel like I did great on that particular run. To be perfectly honest with you, I feel like a C was about fair. There are very few times I'm like, I nailed that. Basically a function of time and tricks and stuff. The more, you know, tricks you string together, the more points you get, which adds to your overall rank. I'm trying to beat this without using the laser or whatever. Kind of just beat it the old-fashioned way by conking it on the head a million times. I know I can use the laser to kind of shortcut this fight a little bit, but it's whatever. I should have done the harder version of this fight. I say as I'm getting blown up here. That was close. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I beat him. Not a super hard fight. I'm ranking up the viewers right now. 6 viewers. Appreciate the love, you guys and gals. Thanks for watching today. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Once again, this is Chaos Blur. Playing some Sonic Colors for your viewing pleasure. Apparently that's my personal best score, so I've never S-ranked this. In fact, I'm pretty bad at getting S-ranks. I bust up some more of this stuff. Yeah, take that, numbers. Being attacked by numbers. I'm beating them. Beating them silly. Alright. Let's keep going here. Since I have 6 viewers and I don't even have like a freaking... My view counter only shows like 4 people in here. Planet Wisp. A lot of people know this level. I'm probably just going to do one level from this. Which I like Planet Wisp, but it's not really like my favorite. But I love the music. So, like, even the foresty level in this game gets it right, I think, by adding a little industrial twist. Oh, shoot. I thought I jumped through that. The reason why this level might be my least favorite is just because it's very blocky, which, you know, for the most part it's okay, but I mean, like, look at how small some of these little platforms are, and it's just like, eh. Of course, some people remember this from Sonic Generations, which I thought did a better job with it, but even then, it was nothing to really blow you away. Yeah, at least there's one of these for everybody in it, for anyone who wants it. I'll take a Baconator, please. Oh, there we go. I was going to say, I thought those were supposed to be the Sonic, what should I call it? The little steps from the old games. What do you call those things that are like steps? I mean, steps? Yeah, something like that. Something really simple like that. Hey, Barney. I was wondering who else had joined. And it is none other than Barney the Simpleton, who may or may not be Toaster Cartridge. I have yet to determine. It is very hard to stay on that top path. It is very hard not to die, which I apparently just did. So go me. Dying again. I have to say, for better or worse, my retro request parties do get the most views out of my usual lower views. This is the second time I've seen this level. Hey, Spidey, we got something going on, man. Thanks for joining. It's the second time, but it's in its original context now. As the fourth level of Sonic Colors. Of course, is the game that it came from. Pretty awesome game so far that I've been playing. We're on round 3 right now, so after a couple more levels of this, we will go to the 4th round of this very special 20th episode, Wii U edition. Swag, glad to be here. Sorry, I'm no problem. Probably been busy saving the world from Venom and stuff. Guess we get to see this power up yet again. Yeah, it's a fun game. We were actually just talking about that earlier, how a copy of this game goes for maybe like 20 bucks or so, which isn't too bad, but I don't know. I really love this game. I've had it since pretty much released. But yeah, really fun game. Afraid I might have to spoil you on the final boss, because I'll probably play that at one point or another. But right now I'm going to play one of my favorite levels in the game, and that is Aquatic Park. Hey, we got 7 viewers, like the 7 Chaos Emeralds. My shift's over, oh, well, thank you for watching, Toaster. It's been nice having you. I might still be playing when you get back, and there might be a couple more interesting games in it for you. But right now, I'm going to go ahead and do Aquarium Park, which is... I love this. I love the music. I love the level. It's a great level. It's great music. Take it away, Sonic. I mean, yeah, this music is excellent. I love the kind of aquatic samurai motif. It doesn't seem like it would go together, but it does. It is, and well, technically the whole game is a theme park, and that's what allows them to have all these kind of creative levels. It's almost like a, well, in this case, like a more evil Disney World. Everything's trying to kill you. And also, for the first time in a 3D Sonic game in a while, you can actually go underwater here. It's not instant death, and you get the old drowning music if you stay underwater too long. And they even have the fish that come out of the water at you. You can run on the water like in Hydrocity. So there's a lot of old school references here. So really loving what they did here. I try to stay out of the water if I can. It's the water level, but I mean, I want to go in the water. I want to do that. Wow, that was weak. There we go. Oh, there's crab meat. Another classic Sonic enemy. A little more fierce this time. Got it unlocked. The drill can actually be pretty helpful underwater. It acts like kind of a jet. Almost. Oh, shoot. Well, we're about to find out if I can't get out of the water. It does not look like I will. sure there's a bunch of secrets I'm missing. The way to get supersonic in this game is actually very hard. You have to get all the red rings and then beat all the bonus levels. The red rings, as you can tell, I've missed a couple of them. I haven't really been looking. I'm kind of just showing off the game, as it were. As much as I love this level, I'll probably only show off this act because it's probably my favorite act, and also want to move the stream along, get some fresh votes in there since we got 7 viewers now, which is always nice to see. Hopefully everybody's enjoying their Thursday afternoon. I keep getting it's Thursday. This week is flying by. This month is flying by. You could even say that this year, yes, is flying by. Crap. You mean a chaos blur? Is that what you were meaning to say there, probably? Alright, so that was level 5. Now I want to show off this next level because this level I always thought Aquarium Coaster. Or not Aquarium, I just did Aquarium. Asteroid Coaster. This level I always thought had a Sonic Adventure 2 type of feel to it. The music, the atmosphere. Yeah, I mean, not just the music, but music is a big part of it, but even just kind of like the technology aspect of it. This power-up is just okay to me. It really only appears in this level. It just lets you become this big monster that, like, eats everything. It's a little OP. Level design is really good, I think. And instead of the grind rails, you go on these roller coaster rides, which are pretty cool. A couple paths you can go here, so I like the different pathways. More than I could say for Sonic Forces, where you had one pathway. It definitely has a Shadow the Hedgehog vibe to it, because a lot of his levels are like alien worlds. Oh, that was not a smart move. That's alright, I can still get out of that. Action and Clanked. Oh, there's a series making a comeback. Now we got a little anti-gravity stuff going on. Ah, be hungry. That's probably one of my favorite levels in the game. So I'll probably just do the final boss right now and then we'll go to the next round of the Retro Request party, as it were. We've already been on 2 hours. Here with the Wii U episode, we've done 2 Wii games in a row. Before this, we did Mario Galaxy. But, well, I can't really say what the next one will be, but we'll see.
Next stop, critical system failure.
That's not what I want. Oh, maybe it is. Yeah, that's the final boss. Surprise, surprise, it's Robotnik. And see, I really liked this. Of course, now this boss has been done to death, but at the time, I liked this idea of just having Sonic fight Robotnik one-on-one, no superpowers, just, you know, them versus each other. I see I lost 2 viewers who probably didn't want to be spoiled about the final fight. That's alright, I can understand that. I usually don't do the final bosses in these. Yeah, I love that he uses the wisps. Kind of keeps you on your toes. It's not actually a very hard fight, though, for a final boss, but it's whatever. Yes, he uses every wisp in the game against you at some point. It would be kind of funny. Oh, this one's kind of annoying. Okay, yeah, because you don't always know where that laser's going to go. For some reason, I find it harder when he's behind me. Yeah, he does tend to do that. Yeah, it is. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure that did it. It's not a very hard fight.
You horrid little hedgehog! Unlimited colors!
This is like such an anime moment.
Final color black.
There's even an anime announcer. Final color attack. And when it explodes, it leaves a little Robotnik logo. I always like that. But yeah, there you go. That's Sonic Colors. A really fun, underrated Sonic game from the Wii era that, as far as I know, hasn't been ported to anything. I don't know if it got a PC port, but it's a really fun game. I would highly recommend it. Nah, it's just some generic, like, narrator voice. Drill, laser, spikes. But yeah, that's Sonic Colors there.
Critical system failure. Repeat.
Really fun game. Really awesome game. But again, I'd like to thank everybody for joining right now. I'm going to go ahead and prepare the next round of this in just a second here while I get readjusted. And I do enjoy this game. That's right, I gotta play frickin' charades with the Wii here first. There we go, just pointing at stuff. Looking totally cool. This next round is gonna be, well, actually maybe even a little more surprising than the past rounds. So, I'm gonna go ahead. Gonna flip this back into the Wii U mode. I don't know if that's gonna skip the video or not. I know earlier I had an issue with that. So we got Strap, we got Spidey, we got what's the name there? Aspen Space, probably somebody else as well. hiding out in the shadows, so don't be shy. Got a couple more votes for everybody today. Everybody gets a vote. You get a vote. I get a vote. Everybody gets a vote. I'm trying to remember how this works now, because this next round's going to be a little tricky. We're going a little further back with this next round, actually, if you can believe that. And you're probably wondering, like, how am I doing that? Well, here's how. If I can get my controller to start reading. Seriously? Where's my, maybe I need the Pro Controller to make this work. Alright, here we go. So, we've seen a couple of Wii games. We're going to go a little further back here now, and I have a good selection of... I try to get this to activate again. Good selection of N64 games. Got F-Zero X, Kirby 64, The Crystal Shards, Mario Kart 64, and Paper Mario. So, I don't even need the graphic this time because I've got, well, the stuff right here. And actually, all but one of these has appeared on the channel at some point. In fact, F-Zero X was streamed on one of the very first episodes of Retro Request. The other games, I think Mario Kart 64 also made an appearance. Actually, I don't know if Kirby 64 ever did. Alright, so we got one vote for Kirby 64. I forgot I had a Super Mario RPG on here as well. Paper Mario, we got a vote for Paper Mario. Alright, so we're one and one. I know we got Strap maybe and somebody else perhaps waiting in the wings to cast their vote. Oh, we got 5 viewers, so perhaps 3 people waiting to cast their proverbial vote. Let me just go ahead and throw this in here for a second. Paper Mario. I know, it's funny. We've been doing the Wii U stream for quite a decent amount of time right now. I say F-Zero, but well, no, don't just say what you think you should say. Like, if you want F-Zero, we can do F-Zero. God knows you've voted F-Zero in almost every other thing we've done. You know what? I'm going to keep F-Zero in there, and I can make a 3-way tie. But, you know, I'm just holding out hope if anyone else votes or whatnot. What was I going to say? No, we've been doing this Wii U stream for a little over 2 hours now. And I'm trying to think if we've done a single Wii U exclusive game. Because we did Mario Galaxy, Sonic Colors, we're about to do an N64 game. And, well, I did Zen Pinball for the first game. That was a Wii U game. But anyway, I digress. It's my stream, and I'm here complaining about it. Well, right now, Kirby 64 is in the lead if we want to just say that Strap voted for it. But we also got Paper Mario chilling over here. Or maybe F-Zero X. Okay, well, I don't want to drag this on for too long, so I'm going to go ahead and pop this in. See if I can actually play this with a Pro Controller. That would make things a lot easier. I know I don't need the Wii controller for this. So, yeah. Suspend point loading, returning to game. Didn't even know I had a suspend point. I don't even know what I'm in right now. Whoa, this is really clunky. Alright, here we go. Can I suck him up? What am I doing? I should be Kirby. I should be able to suck him up. I'm starting to see why this game doesn't really have the same fame as the other, like, Kirby games. Okay. Controls also seem a little screwed up, though. Okay, I guess that little star thing hurt me. It's for the best. I don't like when I start games like right in the middle like that. Is there just like a quit menu or something? Alright, level 1. Hey, Popstar. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Hi! Okay, this feels like a more traditional Kirby level. This game isn't bad, but I don't really see the appeal. Okay, now I can suck up enemies again. Am I even Fire Kirby? Okay, there we go. I was gonna say I couldn't see much of a difference. That's Cutter, Curdy, whatever they call that guy. That's Kirby Curter. Kirby Turkey. Kirby Turkey. I don't freaking know. Oh, there's a spiky guy. Kind of a weird 3D, 2D platformer thingy going on. But hey, you know, nothing wrong with keeping it retro. And that was a much-needed Maximum Tomato. Whoa, okay. Hey, funny running into you here, weird guy. He dead. Let me out of the cabin. Not into your little cabin games. Giving me cabin fever here. Oh, okay. Is it? How do you combine powers? Do I just, like, suck something else up? Oh, I see what you mean. There's, like, 2 slots. I don't know what button I hit to do that. Because there's only, like, 2 buttons on the original controller. See, I got fire right now. You're saying I could, like, combine it with something? Okay, I got both. By doing that. Oh, okay. So, I don't know which power... I feel like that's just kind of a bomb power anyway, but... it seems to just be that specific scenario. I have to admit that power-up's pretty broken. Oh, this guy's who I was fighting before, so I really didn't make it far in this game now, did I? The difference is now I got my bomb super. Now see, he's like the beam enemy. I thought I could take his power. That was easy. Is that a crystal shard? Did I already get one that easy? We lost a viewer. They did not want to see Kirby 64, the proverbial shards of the crystal. Yeah. Not really sure what to make of this. I don't know if the powers have a limited use. Like, I see a little bar there on the bottom under my health bar. I don't know, maybe, like, I can only do it so many times. I mean, as much as I like this power, I'd like to see what some of the other combinations are that I could make. Kirby's pink because he got laundered with a red shirt. Probably did. We've all been there, huh? Am I right? Ooh. Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like the ice guy might be a little powerful against my bomb power. Ow. Or I might just be dumb and just run right into him. Oh, okay. Alright, all aboard, I guess. I don't know if anybody here has played the new Paper Mario game. I heard it was not that good, or then I've also heard it's pretty good. I've heard all kinds of things. Seems like Paper Mario lost its magic after the second game. But I never really played any of them, I just heard things. Oh, I see. Getting these stars fills up my little power meter, or whatever. Oh, okay, here's another enemy. Ow. Oh, they're just giving these crystal things away. Another game I was thinking about putting on this list, but I didn't, is Kirby's Epic Yarn for Wii. That's a pretty fun game, but... Meter fills up, you get an extra life. Yeah, would appear that way. What's this painter dude doing? Ooh, that's disconcerting. He's talking about really getting into your art. Sometimes your art really gets into you. In Soviet to Russia, painting paint you. Or something like that. Uh-oh. Artist boss. There's an artist boss in almost every Kirby game. This game seems really... It's a Kirby game. What did you want? I mean, even the new ones are like this. They just kind of... I like the perspective, kind of. Like the kind of 3D, like 2D thing, overhead view, whatever. But I mean, it was never going to be anything more than this. I kind of knew that. Even the new games are like this. I don't think there's ever been a fully 3D Kirby game. I don't know if there ever will be. That's alright. I can promise you some more robust action with the last pick of the game, or the last pick of the Retro Request Party. Not that we're really setting the bar extremely high here. But I don't mind the game. I really don't. I mean, I wouldn't pick games if I thought they were bad. Like, it belongs with Sesame Street games. Well, I mean, some of those Sesame Street games are pretty good. You know, you got Big Bird's Big Hunt, and freaking other stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, Kirby always had kind of a childish quality to it, and this game is not exactly dissuading that premise. I got the game because it was like $4 or whatever, and I always hear that Kirby 64 was like a good, you know, whatever you want to call it, a good N64 game. I mean, it's not up there with like the big classics, but whatevs. Oh, it's extremely basic. Even for a Kirby game, I'm not noticing a lot of difference. I mean, I can change my power. I don't have to have this particular power. And the music didn't even really change in this level. And if it's like every other game, at some point I'm gonna fight freaking what's his name, Wispy Woods or whatever. This is kind of doing something different. Maybe this will be a 3D portion. I mean, I haven't played much of this game. I mean, the N64 era is really an era I'm not that familiar with, aside from a few games, and even those I haven't played that much. I never had an N64, and I never really had the desire to go back. A few games I've played have been decent, but they haven't aged well. You know, I was saying how Sonic Colors and Mario Galaxy aged well. These games are okay. I like, you know, kind of a 3D perspective here. The enemies are coming out from the windows at me. That's cool. It's not going to sell me the game, but it's a cool little feature there. Oh, this is different. This is actually a little tough. Kind of. Problem with Kirby is, like, he can float infinitely, so you're really never in danger of falling off a stage. And even with his little power-up I have here, I can just kind of, you know, make any enemy useless. But, you know, I've still taken some damage. I only have 2 health left. Yeah, something... Okay. I don't know if I was supposed to do that, or... No, there's the artist guy again. Can you draw me a painting? Oh, actually, that's a good painting. Thank you. I thought it was going to be another enemy. Just when the game couldn't get any easier, I just get a free health up. It's not bad for what it is. I'm not expecting perfection here. It's a Kirby game. That guy pokes me in the face. I'll tell you what are really good, actually, are the Kirby 3DS games. Kirby Triple Deluxe, and the other one isn't as good, but still pretty good. Kirby Robobot, like really well-designed levels. I think they're really fun. And a little more difficult than this, which isn't saying much. I've never had a problem with Kirby, but I'm never like, oh yeah, new Kirby game, gotta get that. Okay, so I can't go through the chain, I guess? Oh, I can. Oh, that's cool. Alright, it's a different gimmick. Some controller. I don't know if it's the controller or just the control scheme. It's just a little unresponsive at times. Thankfully, this is not a game about really fast reflexes. Yeah, Kirby Robot is decent. A couple things I don't really like about it, but I like Kirby Triple Deluxe better. I don't know if there's a way to just get out of here. Okay, there we go. Climbing the tower here. There's King Dedede. Do I fight him already? Of course, he's going to do something stupid. You know he is. Always does. He's going to do something that will doom us all. Oh, or this black thing will. Star Allies is... I've played it. It's... Nah. It's exactly that. It's just kind of the same thing again. Better graphics, but otherwise just... You know, nice to look at, but not really that fun. Oh, alright, I am fighting him. I was just kidding. Ow. King Dedede. Stop eating weird stuff. Alright, you're dead now. See what happens? I have to kill you now because you did that. We could have been friends, King Dedede. Didn't have to be this way. But then you got too power hungry and I had to do the attack to your belly. After your belly was absorbed by a weird black-eyed thingy from outer space. Yeah, I'd say meh is a very good way to describe Star Allies. Definitely. This I don't get the point of. I'm just kind of jumping for random stuff. Of course, King DDD and his fat ass is going to eat the rest of it. I'll do a little bit more. What did I call that? I got to fight Wispy Woods now. Yeah, as soon as somebody saw that, they're like, I'm out of here. Oh, hold on. I didn't realize the fight started. Alright, so at least it's sort of 3D. So am I even fighting him, or am I just trying to beat the little plant things? Okay, now he's getting mad, because I just killed all his little babies. Okay, okay, this is at least something. There's some challenge to this. Am I supposed to, like, hit the oranges or the apples back at him? I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Okay, I can hurt the little tentacles or whatever with my power-up. My D-pad is extremely unresponsive. I can't remember the last time I used my D-pad. Damn it! Ah, shoot. I thought I was, like, protected from that. Oh, the fun. Fighting Wispy Whip, Woody Wisp, whatever his name is, for like the millionth time. Alright, so now I got no power-up. So I guess I'm just supposed to use the apples to hurt him. Because I can understand that logic. Can you spell apple? Need some CLs for that. I usually don't use the D-pad on this controller, that's why, but the analog stick isn't compatible, even though the N64 had a D-pad, or had an analog stick. Alright, so this part I don't know what I'm supposed to do. So he's got all these little apples or whatever. I guess that's really all I can do. Plays for a little bit more. Whoa, okay. Ah, damn, I just swallowed the apple instead of not swallowing the apple. I don't really have another move after that. Oh, Wispy Wood is such a stupid villain. I don't know why he's in every goddamn game. I don't even know if you can call him a villain. He's just an angry tree. I don't know, but I wish this Veggie Tale would end. Alright, this is where he asked, how do you like them apples? Ah, shoot, I missed all the apples. I didn't like them at all. I didn't get to try any. Well, that's disheartening. Whoa! Got him. Gotta be careful, though, because this D-pad is so clunky. If I'm not careful, I'll accidentally hit down. I'll end up swallowing the thing. Oh, oh, okay, there we go. This thing takes a lot of hits. Oh, ouch. Yay! Make sad face happen. Come on, do the music. Do the music. Oh, he's not doing the music. No, this is a Nintendo Wii U, what do you call it? This is an official Nintendo product. See? This is, I just never use the D-pad. I always use the analog stick. So it actually shouldn't be worn out. Could be the game, too. I don't know. As if I would ever buy third-party D-pads. Come on. Alright, I'll do one level from this level. One level from this level. I'll do one level from this world, and then we're going to go on to the fifth and final Retro Request Episode 20 game for the Wii U Special. Alright, that did not do anything. I think these guys, yeah, these guys give me a power. Oh, sweet, I'm Spike Kirby. How you like them spikes? I don't know how to absorb another power while I have one, unless I get hit and they both go flying. That's not really a strategy, I feel like. It's probably buttons I'm not using. I mean, how complicated could this game be? Is that like a freaking cheese sandwich or something? Look at the happy cactus, and he's dead. And he's dead. And you're dead. Guess what? Goodbye, you're dead. I think I'm about to spike the punch. You're dead. Bouncing shapes, no match for me, you're dead. Dead. Kirby, spiking people, you're dead. Ba-boom. Hey, guess what? You're dead. Still alive, dead. What's that? Was that Cubert? I think it was like Cubert. It's freaking Cubert with, like, more legs. It's like Z-Bert. Or V-Bert. I don't know. It was Bert. Bert and Ernie. What if I get, like, double power? Like, I get two of the same one. I think I only spent like $4 on this, so I'm not really that disappointed. I've spent $4 on a lot of other games and gotten pretty lousy results out of it, so at least this isn't bad. That's clearly a Mario ripoff. Ow. This is actually a fantastic... I can't tell if you're being sarcastic or not. It's not a bad game, it really isn't. I don't know how to do stuff, like combine the powers. I kind of did it on accident once. I like how we were down to 3 viewers there, and Stimpleton came in with a comment for the ages. This is actually a fantastic game. Not bad as far as Kirby games go. Oh, who's this guy? Who's this friendly fella? Music gets a little repetitive. That gets a little repetitive. Ow. Ow. Okay, you're dead. I feel like something's going to happen here. Am I supposed to climb this? It's a little weird seeing Kirby do Mario stuff like climbing and stuff. Oh boy, it's filling. Yeah, it's actually not a bad game, but it's not a great game. Another one I was curious about that I don't have in my collection is Donkey Kong 64. I think that's actually is a full 3D game, unlike this. And to me, it would just be weird to see Donkey Kong in a full 3D game. But I've heard it's a good game. There was never a Metroid 64, and that to me really bothers me. I mean, I know Metroid Prime was like the best 3D Metroid game there is, but yeah. Yeah, the SNES games, I mean, I haven't played this whole game yet, but I heard mixed things about it. Donkey Kong, or this? Actually, this game does a few things that the other games don't do, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, I've heard Donkey Kong 64 is a little boring because it's like so open world. It's like Banjo-Kazooie where you just kind of have to aimlessly go. Or expand dong, as you call it. Which I'm not really into collectathons, to be honest. Kind of like I'm not into just using the spike power up again and again. It's almost like a 3D, 2D Sonic game. But I digress. Oh, geez, that was nasty. I do like the use of the kind of the background in the foreground, some stuff like that. Just really simple stuff, but adds a little layer of creativity. I try to defend these games because it's like, well, I picked them, so why did you pick them? What was wrong with you that day? All right, this level will mercifully come to an end here. And so too will this level of the retro request party. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Let me just get out of this. Medieval remake. Is that the game that's it's got like this, it's like a skeleton guy, looks like it's like kind of a beat 'em up. Game looks pretty fun. There we go. Sweet. All right, we're back to the Wii U menu and got one more game, and this time it is sure to be a Wii U game because, well, that's the only category left. Not a huge Banjo-Kazooie person, no. The games looked okay, I guess. What was I saying? Yeah, last category of the day, and these are all Wii U games that I had a lot of fun with throughout the run of the Wii U itself. A couple of these I debated putting on here or not. We got Rayman Legends, Batman Arkham City, Amazing Spider-Man based on the first movie, Bayonetta 2, and of course Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. So these were 4 games that I really enjoyed. Play as a Skeleton Knight, sort of beat us a platform. That's a good one. Yeah, I really am excited about this. These are some of my top played games in my Wii U collection, for one way or another. Really great games. It's worth mentioning that Bayonetta 2 actually has Bayonetta 1 as part of it, but I'm probably just going to play Bayonetta 2 if that's the game. We got Rayman, which is an excellent platformer, and I have it on a couple consoles. I think I prefer the Wii U one. It was actually ported to Switch, like so many other things. We got 1 vote for Bayonetta 2, and we got some other stuff. I'm just going to let this simmer for a second. While I take a drink, as it were. But I digress. Either way, I'll be here, waiting eagerly for your selection. Batman Arkham, another great game. I think I got stuck on that game at some point, and maybe we can figure it out together. I didn't get stuck with like what to do, but I got stuck trying to figure out how to use the freaking Wii tablet as a targeting thing for the Batarang. It was like, shoot the Batarang into this very specific shot, like the Death Star. Alright, we got 1 vote for Batman, 1 vote for Bayonetta. Either way, a game that starts with B is in the lead. So what will it be? I ask, because I don't know. Does anybody really stream anything anymore? Well, yeah, I do. Alright. I got a few other Wii U games I could have dipped into. Some of these were kind of, as much as I liked them, they were not my #1 pick just because they're kind of open world a little bit more open-ended than, say, I don't know, Kirby and the Crystal Shards. I like how I said that like a pretentious art critic. I mean, if you like Kirby and the Crystal Shards, that's your cup of tea. So, kind of wrapping things up here. Got 1 for Batman, 1 for Bayonetta. Strapfax is conspicuously quiet right now. Could hold the very important vote. But I will wait. We got a 4th viewer now just to make things a little more interesting. I have to narrate this like a person in a horse race. And coming down the first stretch, we got Strapfax. So yeah, they're all fun games. That's why I was pretty excited about this final round in the 20th episode of the Retro Request Party Live. Take your time, you know, it's a big decision. I'm just setting some of these games back. I think, what did I have in here before? Let's see. A couple of you have already weighed in. I think Strapfax kind of fell asleep during Kirby. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know if our new voter is even here anymore. Now it looks like they left. Actually, it looks like a lot of people have left. So right now, Spidey and Barney Stimpleton seem to have control of the board, pending a last-minute push from the Strapinator. I'm purposely giving a little more time as I put some of this stuff away, since I'm probably not going to need the Wii Classic controller for any of these games. I could really go either way on this myself, so that's why I'm kind of hoping I don't have to pick. That's why I put the onus on you. You guys and girls out there are the ones. Delay. Yeah, I know there's a delay. That's not even a choice. There's no game called delay. I am delaying for time right now. Unless that's somehow a code for what game you want me to play. Because we do still have the opportunity to make it a three-way tie, or perhaps not. Plus there's that fourth voter just chilling there, saying absolutely nothing. Just to get me really whatever. I voted for Bayonetta. It didn't show, I guess. Well, sorry, Spidey, but looks like the Bayonettas have it. And this is a very intense game. One I would not recommend showing your kids. But, you know. This will be interesting. And it's a Sega game, of all things. So, take us home, Bayonetta 2. I don't even remember where I left off in this game. So, I may or may not do a new game. Again, maybe I'll leave that up to a vote. A delayed vote, if you will. If you won't, I don't really care. Jeez, my controllers keep dying. And I have not played this game in a long time, and I really like this game. It's another reason I like these streams, is I get to kind of re-explore some of these games from my youth, or from, not, this game's not that old, in fact this just got ported to Switch as well, which is kind of a funny thing, is that so many of the the Wii U's best games got ported to Switch, which obviously kind of takes away from the excitement of the Wii U, but I digress. Let us explore the world of Bayonetta, as Snippleton posts a bunch of emojis. Alright, last game of the thing. Yeah. So, should I start a new game? Should I continue from this one? Let me know. Either way. Well, I know the first one was posted by Sega. The second one's going to post until Nintendo helped out. Yeah, it is weird seeing Nintendo and Sega's name both on this, but F-Zero GX was the same situation. So, again, I ask, new game or continue? Either way, I'm probably not going to do very well at this game. It's been a while. But I digress. I say new file. Everything in this is a vote. Do I hit the A button or the B button? That's a vote. We got one vote for new file. God, whoever's watching this must be like shooting themselves in the head right now. It's like, just do something. No, I need everyone to vote on it. That's how I decide what to eat every day. I love polls. Take that as you will. I'm also impatient. I only made it to chapter 3. It's not like I was exactly blazing through the game. Screw it. New data. Bang. Title uses an autosave. Of course, now we're going to have to watch like a freaking, whatever, huge, like, I'll go ahead and do the average mode. I'm going to have to sit through probably 20 minutes of cutscenes, but whatever. Where are we going? What are we really doing here? So the analog stick works fine. So, thankfully, I don't need the D-pad in this game. I don't know why I'm just controlling a camera and no character, but the D-pad and the other D-pad work fine. Which is good. I love this controller, actually. The Wii U, what do you want to call it? Pro controller. In a universe of light and dark, where perception is reality. Oh, damn, this puts you right in it.
The legend of Aesir. A legend from the dawn of time. Nobody knows where the world came from, because the Trinity
Really? I don't get a
is to
tutorial?
be split into 3 realms. Light,
I
darkness,
mean, not that I vaguely remember how to play, but I would like to know some of the
obviously
stuff like counters and
Outworld
stuff.
is the one born from chaos. The 3 worlds all need a
Isn't this like the
balance,
end of
but
Bayonetta 1
most of
that I'm
all,
like just
power.
replaying right now? I don't know. I've never
No
actually beaten
wonder
Bayonetta 1, but I've seen some of the ending.
became known as
It takes place, it's like her and that other chick fighting against everybody. Yeah, you can tell how familiar I am with the universe. Okay, that just happened on its own. Oh, sweet. Hell yeah.
Aesir spent the first eternity quietly looking upon the earth from his holy mountain.
Tutorial comes later, after you've already destroyed everything.
See reality and make it match
No, I don't need one
his
now.
vision.
No, I'm good.
Aesir saw through reality, and those visions became our world. These observations became
This is a
Aesir's
game I would probably stream in its entirety at one point or another. Probably start with the first
eyes
game,
that
but
created the world.
just wanted to get this going.
However, Aesir pitied the humans for their naivete and lack of free will. So the power he wielded was split into 2 equal halves, and entrusted each to humanity's instincts. The right eye of light, and the left eye of darkness.
The tutorial comes later. They really do. Whoa, okay. This is like the first freaking boss.
By the power of the eyes of Aesir, humans gained free will. They could now choose. With control of the eyes of the world,
I don't even have a health
the
bar.
eyes that determine destiny,
I'm getting hit.
humans could choose their own paths. They awoke to their own identities. Man is but a reed, the most feeble thing in nature. But now we were thinking reeds, and we took our first big step
Alright, well,
towards
woof.
grand
I'd say we were pretty unanimous on Bayonetta, so I'm glad we're
inheritors of
getting
the
something
eyes
we
of
want
Aesir,
here. I know I am.
the power of
There.
creation.
Well, that's a totally normal thing to have happen. Behold that. Really loved... Oh, is that the animated movie? I've never seen that. This is a lot to take in, I gotta say. Whoa.
Lumen Sage.
Cheeky.
Cheeky. No one bothered telling me any of your kind.
Any of your kind. Ooh, it's like a Star Wars type of thing. Whoa, okay. Nice. Ooh, whoa, okay. That's a thing that's happening. Metal Gear. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know what one had to do with the other. I'm guessing Platinum Games made it.
Well, at least you're the silent type. The last
I love her
sage
accent, by the way.
20 minutes rambling on and on. What?
Well, that was something. Present day. Ooh. Didn't realize Platinum made a Metal Gear game.
You will not escape this fate. We will perish together.
Oh, that's awfully nice of him. You know what, though? Perishing's more your thing. I'm okay with not perishing. Yeah, that's right.
My dear, sweet child. At last, you have fulfilled your promise to me.
Yes.
Fear not, for I am always watching over you.
I'm sure that's got some significance to it.
But the right eye of light was lost from the world forever, along with its possessor, the last of the Lumen Sages.
Damn. That's deep. Some deep stuff there. Received a bewitchment after the end comes. That was the end. So we're still in the, what do you call it? Prelude. Alrighty then. So yeah, 20 episodes of Retro Request Party, and I plan to improve the production pretty soon. A lot of people have been watching my videos, which I appreciate. A lot of fun I've had making them and just kind of being candid and random. I'd love to have more people on so that I could actually have like a real vote where it's like, 10 votes for this or 5 votes for that. That'd be kind of cool. Anyway, I'll be quiet now so we can hear the story.
The government has organized a team to investigate the continued reports of unusual weather and strong earthquakes occurring throughout the region. Officials are currently trying to determine the source of these phenomena, as citizens nervously clamor for answers. Our special report on the regional disasters, Nature Unleashed, continues after these messages.
You know what I need? Some heels without guns. You don't mind if we make a quick stop, do you?
Do you know what day's coming up? Here I was shopping, minding my own business, then you show up and turn me into a damn porter. Seriously, Bayonetta, you still haven't paid me back for the car. Hey, whoa!
Now, is that any way to speak to an old friend? Besides, I did that job for you. For free, might add. Do I really have to tell everyone how you grabbed onto my leg, sobbing like a schoolboy?
This is why I can't have good things. You're some piece of work, you know that? If you weren't already lined up to go to Inferno, you'd be well on your way with all the shit you pull. Dressing up like a nun just so you could off some angels and keep the underworld happy. Hey, I'm talking to you. Shit. But if it's that or getting torn limb from limb for eternity in whatever circle of Inferno you witches go to if you break the contract, forget about it. I'd off the fucking wing bastards all damn day.
Jeez.
Oh, hey, what the hell? Hey. But what the fuck you wasting your time trying to send some schmucks off to the afterlife for? Oh.
Done and done. Let's go home, Enzo.
Hey, wait a second! I ain't done here! If I don't get what I came for, I'm gonna be the biggest mutt in the city!
And what is it that you came to fetch, my dear?
Yeah, real funny. I know better than to tell you a damn thing! I'll never hear the fucking end of it!
Oh.
You always know how to make an entrance, John. A rare sight to see you in the city. Just had something I had to look into. Cereza, you haven't felt anything strange recently. Now that you mention it, I still haven't quite figured out how a broke, bumbling wise guy managed to turn himself into a semi-respectable family man.
Forget about it! And what's this Cereza shit? You're about as sweet as my Nona's grappa, you know that? Some witch with amnesia goes around calling herself a weapon, and it turns out she really got stuck with a kid's nickname. That shit's rich, I tell you what.
Our friends in Paradiso are far too quiet. I'm sure you've noticed. But they aren't the only ones. Pray tell. Our friends down south seem to be a bit upset as well.
Interesting.
And now in life news, the annual holiday parade is being held today. City police have closed off roads to prepare for the massive influx of merrymakers expected to take in this year's festivities, set to be headlined by a flyover from the military's aerial acrobatics unit. According to Channel 2 News, the parade may break all time attendance records.
Whoa!
Ah, Platinum made the game.
Crap. I need to hurry up and get Ed and Edna's presents, or I'm gonna get it.
We'll talk later. I'll see you back home. Don't forget to pick up the things for the party.
Somehow I have a feeling they're not talking about a regular party. But that's just the impression I get.
What's the matter with you? I told you what I'm after. A jet. I want a toy jet. You know, the kind with wings, flies in the sky. No, I'm not buying any damned angels. Yellow, blue, I don't care what color they are. I learned my lesson with those bastards, you hear me? Just a normal damn jet, please. You hear that? You hear that? I want one of those. The thing's flying in the air right now. That's the one. That's the biggest one you got in the store, right? Wrap it up nice, will you? It's a present for
We
you.
shoot the I wish. Also, that was probably the most predictable plot moment. Oh, there's your bow.
You know, I try to avoid doing this in my Sunday best.
Well, he wanted the jet.
At least your lot still knows how to make an entrance.
And she has a horse. Oh, now he's just horsing around. Communication with the controller had been interrupted. Let's say, I thought that was a long freaking cutscene. You're thinking of the real game. Yeah, this is a great game, I gotta say.
This is why I never buy anything on sale.
Somehow he survived that.
This is why I can't have nice things. Damn it, car, start already.
Right on time to deliver a little.
Ah, I remember this guy.
Oh, fucking wonderful. Rodon? But I don't believe in Santa.
Watch your mouth, Enzo.
Yeah, come on, Enzo. Watch your mouth, Enzo.
Don't want anyone offering you for sacrilege before you pay your tax.
Unfucking-leavable.
Well, Enzo certainly seems to serve a purpose. Not sure what that purpose is. Nice. Ooh, nice guns. I know they said they're gonna make a third one. I really can't wait for Bayonetta 3. I mean, I assume they're still making it for Switch. I believe I can fly. Yeah, he's pretty much comic relief. Yeah, it's been in development for how long now? I mean, like, the first two games didn't take that long to come out. So close. It's not close at all. I don't know. Same thing with Kingdom Hearts. It's like you have like a big game and like you put out like two of them real quick and you know it's popular and then you take like 10 years to make the next one. It's like, you know, I understand they have other projects, but I don't know. It's just weird to me. Because now you're just going to create like really like, I don't know what the word I'm thinking of, like really high expectations for the third one, and it's just a lot to live up to now by taking so long to make it. Oh god damn. That's just my thought on it. I mean, I don't really. I mean, I love Bayonetta, but I'm not like starving for a new one. I haven't even really beaten these two. So, I mean, I can keep myself entertained for quite a while here. Never played Wonderful 101. Attack the enemy. Oh, there we go. Say, where's my enemy? There's no shortage of enemies in this game. Oh! Oh! Pikmin style? I don't really get Pikmin out of this. Maybe I'm just playing the wrong Pikmin game. Whoa. Very enjoyable style, I'll give it that. Nice shot. Oh, wonderful 101. I don't know too much about that game. The enemies have some weird, like contrast between demons and like these weird, like carnival ride looking things, though. I've always noticed that about these games. Like, I don't know who comes up with these designs, but they're so esoteric. Yeah, I said esoteric. I'll say it again. These games are hella esoteric. Alright, we're down to 2 viewers now, so probably Strap and one other person, Spidey. For sure. I know a lot of them are based on like old Roman statue type things. I think there's like some just mix of just odd Japanese type of style. I know I gotta fight that giant thing at some point. Whoa! Jeez! Yeah, there's always another phase to these fights. B, jump. That I believe. Speaking of which, that looks pretty demonic. In case the holier than thou music didn't tip you off. Whoa, okay then. She just stands there so calmly. Oof. I actually didn't know there was a Star Fox costume. And I didn't know I could change costumes before this fight, since it's like one of the first fights in the game. But I believe there'll probably be something. Uh-oh, here comes some trouble. I'm not surprised. In fact, this was only on Nintendo consoles still. I think it's only on Switch, and maybe they put it on PS4 now. I don't know. And there's so much going on in this. She's like, yeah, what's up?
That was quick. Did you get everything? Forgot the
Ah,
caviar.
gotta get the caviar.
You think they're still open?
Oh, that's kind of cool.
It's not Christmas without caviar. Let's finish this quickly then.
Yeah, I know the first game was on like everything. First game was on Xbox 360. In fact, that's what I first had it on. This is only the freaking prologue, and I'm doing all this stuff. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Still not dead, though. I mean, the enemies in this game are so ridiculous. Oh, fa! Punched me right in the face. I guess I should have expected that when he just punched me right in the face. So close. But not really. I'll say this is pretty satisfying. Wow, that's kind of weird. Surprised Nintendo would do that. Oh, that's a friendly fella. Well, that's gonna leave a mark. That I'm not surprised about. That actually makes the most sense. Whoa, there's Godzilla. Gamora. Ooh. Oh, she's out of her body. Oof. Oh, she's dead.
I'm not one for pets who don't listen to their masters.
Of course, I had to fight this thing too. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Might be. I was gonna say that, especially this part. So this was one of Bayonetta's like conjuring things that like went kind of crazy there. Whoa! I was gonna say I really can't seem to get close enough to attack him. Whoa! Oh, far. There is a lot freaking going on here. Oh my god. Oofa. Might be. Or it might not be. Holy jeez. I do like how they worked her witch time into Smash Brothers. It's pretty much the same kind of timing. Oof. Ah. Big monster meet bigger monster. A whole lot going on there. And that was the prelude. Ah, looks like we lost Strap, that's why. I figured there was someone missing here. Might do like one more level.
Lumen Sage. Is revenge not all you desire? I know the one who destroyed your world. I know the one who destroyed your love.
Who?
Oh, Strap's alive. Well, then Twitch just lied to me again. Alright, we'll do one more level. Hopefully it's not an hour long, but been enjoying the episode so far.
Dead witches get dragged to hell. It is what it is. Jean's gonna wander Inferno suffering for eternity. Them's the breaks.
I didn't ask you to tell me what I already know, Rodon.
You think these movie games?
You know better than that. You're not the kind to let that sort of something go out of control, Bayonetta. Something's up. The balance of
Ninja
power
Gaiden.
keep things in check.
How do you pronounce that?
Does it?
You know, she's pretty hot for a dead
Oh my
chick.
god.
You wasn't a big fan of her shit when she was in the realm of the living. But looking at her now, nah, still not a fan.
She's not dead, Enzo.
She's right, Enzo. You're only really dead after your soul's been completely absorbed into another realm of the truth.
Even then, who knows?
That's just a matter of time. Cause I don't see no way of saving a soul lost in hell.
What about the gates? The real gates of hell.
I can't stop you from trying to use them, but I don't think you got a chance down there. I'll see what I can do about putting her on ice for a while. You'll need this. The heart.
It really is.
The magic that keep your kind alive in this world for eternities. Should keep her body in this realm stable, but you'll need to reunite this with her soul if you're gonna try and bring her back. I figure you got about a day before it's game over.
Enzo, you've got a jet, right?
What? No. I do not know. Listen, I appreciate the situation, but you know what today is? My kids got cookies baked for me at home. They're waiting for me. And I still gotta play Santa tonight.
Let the real Santa take care of the presents. Now let's go.
Hey, I said I believe, but Ed and Edna, you can't put one over on those cute little fuckers, let me tell you. Hey! Let go! Let go of me! Why do I always get wrapped up in this shit?
This motherfucker.
And so the clock is ticking. Prologue complete. Alright, let's check out Chapter 1, The City of Genesis. Seems like a fitting way to end a Sega game about Genesis. Look how I'm better with the fighting now than when I was actually fighting. Woo, fear me now. I've still got it. As long as it's just a tutorial screen. Just don't try me in the real game.
The sacred mountain of
Who?
Fimbleventer. The joint's supposed to be the link between Inferno and Paradiso. They say there is an entrance to Inferno, the gates of hell, somewhere on this mountain. No one knows where, though.
That's disappointing.
Hell, no one even knows if it's true or
That's
not.
even more disappointing.
The only reason this overgrown rock is worshipped like some god in the first place is that no one's ever been able to get close to the damn.
Well, there you go.
It's like it don't want you there. Every climber ends up stranded or
Dead.
worse. And don't even try to fly a plane near that place, or bada boom! But at least your soul doesn't have a long walk to whichever afterlife you got lined up, right? I'll wait for you and know it to me, at the foot of the mountain. Just hurry up with whatever it is you gotta do and get back there, alright? And the hotel's going on your account, with a minibar too. Gotta keep myself busy while I'm waiting. Forget about it.
Forget about it.
I love those miniature drinks.
Disconnects from my iPad, but I'm chatting via iPad. Not complicated. It's a little complicated. Oh, I remember her.
I can't believe you, Enzo. I didn't know the in-flight service was exclusive to fat Italians.
Renting the plane ain't free, you know. That reminds me, you owe
Alex the Kid. Oh, that's funny. I did not even catch that reference. That's totally Sonic's biplane. That's really funny. Alex. Oh, that is so Sonic's plane.
There it is. That's Fimbleventer.
Alex the Kid.
Not such a bad place when you look at it. Oh, but you gotta have a death wish to get close to that damn place, if you ask me. Wow. Gives me the heebie-jeebies. What the hell? Where did these clouds come from?
That's funny. I didn't even notice that.
Sorry, Enzo. This is where I get off. Say hi to the wife and kids for me.
Wait, what? You're joking, right? I can't find his piece of shit! Those are damn nice things.
Oh, snap.
John, I'm on my way. Just behave yourself for a bit longer.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, okay. I remember this. I'm not sure what that is. See if there's anything. Oh, okay. What is this place? Ah, this is more like a practice area, I think. I want to advance this story a little bit. We'll just do a little bit more tonight. There we go. I just knew something was going to be waiting here. Yeah, that's how we open doors in my house.
Santa don't get paid enough for this shit. When Ed and Edna found their daddy wasn't coming back, made me stay all the way through dinner.
Don't pretend you weren't delighted. I hear Enzo's wife makes a lovely
You know, I've also heard that.
It was damn good. I'll give you that. Anyway, tell me how my babies are doing.
They're behaving quite well. They found plenty of playmates here.
Figured they would. Noatoon had some deep connections with Fimbulventer and the Gates of Hell back in its day. Wouldn't be surprised to find a few of those playmates that like it rougher than the typical bunch. Anyway, you need any supplies, just make sure you keep bringing me these halos.
Ooh,
remember,
Sonic Ring.
I ain't here to get up in your business. My business is making things that do business. So don't come crying to me when you...
Ooh.
You think you gotta do everything alone? I'm here to help. Just make sure you don't bust a cap at my ass.
Ah, he seems friendly. Ish. Yeah, it just goes back to the place there. Oh, okay. That's just escalated. Oh boy. I do remember this thing. Vaguely. Ah, I remember this part. I think it looks like the Millennium Puzzle necklace thingy from Yu-Gi-Oh!
What I ever do to them? Shite. I'm never gonna reach Fimbulventer at this
Probably
point.
not.
Well, at least it won't be a boring trip.
Mm.
Huh? You could see me.
You're putting on quite a show, little magician.
Oh, you like that, huh? Wait till you see the climax.
Oh, see that.
Silly girl.
You'll have to do better than that to earn a tip, my dear.
Who the hell are you?
I'm just an innocent little girl lost in Wonderland, suffering at the hands of the Queen's trumped-up troops.
Hit one, huh? Enough riddles. How can you see me?
Because we're both in Purgatorio, see.
Torio?
So, are we heading to Fimbulventer on a shopping trip for Mummy, little one?
Maybe. She told me never to talk to
Oh yeah, that's really making your case.
Stay out of my way, or I'll make sure you never get in it again.
Ooh, scary. Off with their heads, eh?
Damn it! They must have heard me.
Interesting. Oh. Accolade. Oof. Okay. Whoa. There we go. Oh man, I can't dodge him. Oof. Thought I had that. Like I said, I'm always better in the practice rounds. Oh, nice shot. Ooh, not nice shot. I'm getting my butt kicked here. As I say, I gotta turn the tide here. Ooh, didn't know they could do that. And there was one viewer, that is. This has been a longer episode than I anticipated. I'll probably wrap it up soon. Shortly, I should say. Can't always control these things, especially with a game like Bayonetta. And any of these games I picked would have probably taken a little bit of time. And let it burn a little bit. Thank you. I do try to make it fun for everybody, have a good variety of stuff. It's made these so much fun to do, and I also get to learn a little bit about people's different tastes in gaming based on the stuff they pick. Oh, jeez, just got wrecked. Yeah, you should. Whoa, okay. I'm gonna keep mocking this thing. Nice dodge. Oh, not nice dodge. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, and I am gonna try to incorporate some different stuff coming soon. I don't want to say for sure because I don't know what I'm gonna play yet, but there'll be more retro fun and modern fun to come. Still some other games I gotta finish streaming. Final Fantasy VII Remake and whatnot. It's all on my to-do list. It's all very, very complex stuff. What's it say? Check. Whoa! Okay, cool. Ooh, boy. Yes.
If you're looking for the kid, he went that away.
She's always so, like, lippy with them. Hmm. I was gonna say, I had a feeling there was a fairly big boss at the end of this.
I'm afraid I don't have time to dance too long. A friend is waiting for me.
Plus, I'm trying to wrap this up. Oh, damn it. Oh, shoot. It didn't renew my health. I was gonna say, I was pretty low on health. Oh, that was weird, but alright. Luckily, I didn't get too far into that fight. I didn't realize it was gonna start me with, like, basically that little amount of health. Oh, very close, because it hit me. Oof! There we go. Oh, oh. Get out. Okay. That seemed avoidable. Wow, that was almost too easy. Oh, there's the head. I gotta hit the head. Ah, no, he got his head back. Can't have that happening. Oof, can't have that happening either. Oh, whatever just fell off on that looked important. Oof! Jeez, it's overkill. Okay, okay, come on. Oh, that took away too much health. That took even more health. Finally got that move off. Go for a couple of hits here. Yeah, what she said. Whoa. Oof. Interesting. Post to Miiverse, something tells me that ain't gonna work. I was already there. Ah, thing's still alive. This is something else. It's still part of the same level. See if I can get a combo off on this.
Have you been naughty? Keeping secrets from Mummy?
Nope. Nothing comes to
Ah,
mind.
that's highly unlikely.
Since this is your bloody mess, do you mind hurrying the fuck up and getting rid of this thing?
Now, that's no way to talk to a lady. No wonder your guardian angels are trying to give you a good spanking.
Whatever, love. You've already been following me, so let's make a deal. You save me, I'll show you around this joint. Heading to Fimbulventer, aren't we? That makes two of us. And it'll take two of us, won't it, love?
You seem to have skipped school the day they taught basic negotiation skills. You're supposed to negotiate from a position of strength, little one. Not just be a one-trick pony.
About that trick. See? You need my power too.
Yeah, she loves using those guns.
That works too, I suppose.
I don't have time to give a shit about who you are or why you're going to the mountain. Take me there and make it quick. You stay with me, and I promise you'll end up in one piece. Got it?
Wait! Stop! Before I show you the way, love, you gotta agree to a little condition.
Do we need to go over my lesson again? First, learn to talk to a lady. We don't react very well to being
Well then, I don't react to being called little one. The name's Loki. And what should I call you, I mean, ma'am.
Do I look like a ma'am to you? Bayonetta or Cereza? Take your pick.
Cereza! You don't look like a Cereza to me.
Well then, Bayonetta it is. Let's move, little one.
Hey! I just told you my name is...
You'll earn your name when you become a man.
Oh. I have a feeling I'm not gonna have enough health for this. I'm actually not sure. It's not really an RPG, because I'm not really leveling up or anything. It's just kind of an action game, I think. Actually, some elements of platforming in it, too. And it's RPG-ish in the fact that it's like so over the top with all these fights, though. And the tone of the game, too. The characters are kind of like a Square Enix type of game. Oh, I'm dead. See, I knew I didn't have enough health for that fight. Just want to clear this. Character action game. Well, that's oddly specific. Another death on my record. That's gonna go against me. Let me get back to the Witch's Grand Council. Whoa! Oof! I don't know what that was. Just took like half my health. Oh, stupid drills that come out of the ground. Is the little kid doing anything? He's kind of sitting there watching. There goes the health pickup I just got. Wasted in that one attack. Ah, I knew there was something else. Oh. Something tells me I'll be dead in 2 hits from this guy. That's 1. Oof. I got like no health. Absolutely none.
Try to keep up. Slow down, will ya?
Oh, that's not good. Oh, jeez.
Sure, just because you asked, tall, dark, and ugly. That makes total sense.
Really does not. Oof. Ah. Ooh. Oh, damn it. Really needs to be more like health ups or something. I'm pushing through here. Definitely pushing through. Those red and white stripes almost remind me of the things from Carnival Night Zone. It's More Sonic references in this game than I thought. Not to mention all the gold rings. Oh, okay. Hell, it is a giant robot. What do you call it? Dragon thing. Oof. See if we can finally end this. Not that I haven't enjoyed the game, but I mean, this has been like hours. Feels like. I think I've been playing this game a little over an hour. Just this one game. Well, Chinese New Year is over, it would appear.
What the hell are you doing? Let go of me! So, little one. What's all this sovereign business about? Not a clue, love. Oi! Oi! Well, whatever. If your sovereignness is going to get in my way, our deal is over. And if we're going to have to meet any more of your friends, you'd better learn to take care of yourself. I'm quite alright on my own. Got it? Your tricks aren't going to work forever, little one. More tricks, little magician. Maybe you've got more to offer than I expected. For the time being, though, stay here and don't get frisky.
We talk telepathically.
There. That is the one. Is it not?
Yes. I will never forget that face.
All right, so that's it. That was God, I don't know how long that level was, but there you go.
Look at it this way.
Got a stone award. Got no award, but thank you guys for watching episode 20 of Retro Request Party. Your reward was getting to see me play some awesome Wii U games, a couple of which were actually on the Wii U. Sonic Colors, Super Mario Galaxy, Bayonetta 2. Check out my YouTube channel for more gameplay footage and stuff. There'll be more streams to come, more Retro Request Parties, but this was just the beginning, as this was episode 20, and who knows, hopefully there'll be 20 more, and hopefully I'll see you guys along for the ride. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the show. My name is Chaos Blur, Bobby Gaines. Check me out. Till then, we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye!